Big shout out to everyone watching. It's Jrod on point. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Big shout out to everyone watching. Welcome to the main channel. Right now you are watching True Crime America with Jrod on point. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciate it. Big shout out to everyone watching. Thank you for being here. It's gonna be a goodie. It's gonna be a goodie. About to start with the shout outs. Big shout out, big shout out, big shout out, big shout out. Let's start with the big shout outs before we get to the chat. Let's get everything couple static. I'm gonna send the link to the chat. It feels good though. It feels good to get the studio back together. Have better sound, better quality. The voice is not crunchy. I'm very happy to see all of y'all here, everyone. It's gonna be a goodie. We having some surprises today. Before I start with the shout outs, we have some good surprises for y'all today. In appreciation to everyone coming back to the main channel. I know it's been a long time. Thank you for your patience. It's very appreciated. Thank you for those that has gone to True Crime chat rooms and give live to that chat to that channel, which is your True Crime chat room. Thank you for everyone that has gone over there. We have so far 570 plus subscribers over there. Over here, we have reached the mark of 1,530. Thank you so much. I'm very appreciative for everyone that has been coming back to the channel. And when I mean coming back, y'all well know we had the 2,300 subscriber channel that got terminated almost a year ago. And within, I would like to say, 6, 7 months, 8 months by now, we have gotten to 1,530 subs thanks to you. It's very so much appreciated. We have evolved to better content, better topics, better tone, better vibe. I don't know. I'm here for you and the victims. I'm here to work. And thanks to you and your donations, while the main studio computer was down, we couldn't keep up with the shenanigans in YouTube. Thanks to y'all and your donations. Make sure that if I found any value in the conversation that we have here in this your channel, True Crime America with Jrod on point, please make sure you send some coffee this way. Cash out the On Point family. Please make sure, most important than anything, is click like, subscribe, and share the content. Thank you so much for everyone that is here. Yes, Jamie. Yes, Jamie. It's just shenanigans. You know how YouTube is. You know, it's easy to keep up. It's only YouTube. Uh, we always have blasts from the past here. Every time we're here in this channel, we always get remember, the good times. at the main channel. We will have better times in this channel. We have the best moderators in the whole true crime. We have the best subscribers in the whole true crime. I dropped the link. It's gonna be pinned on top for all the guests. We should be having today a big surprise from Rock Chalk. Big surprise from Rock Chalk. Very appreciated. Thank you so much for being here. Round of applause for Rock Chalk. Rock Chalk. She's a great collaborator, great sister, everyone's mother. We should have pretty soon on stage Rock Chalk. We also have the big surprise and the honor. We will have the honor to have here tonight with us. We will have Strange Suspicion and her husband Bob. Round of applause. Round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. It was made possible. Even though Strange Suspicion, Pia was like, Jrod don't know about us. It's like, come on, Pia. Come on, Pia. Mamma mia, morto velo. We in YouTube True Crime. We all know. We all know who's in the niche. You know, we might act like we don't acknowledge shit. Boy, round of applause for P and Bob. They're gonna be here pretty soon. Rock Shock told me they subscribe to us. They might not be able to comment on the chat because we have, we have in this channel we have the 24 hours subscription tryout. I want to make sure that whoever subscribe to our channel and they hear in True Crime America with Jrod on Point, I want to make sure that y'all here because y'all want to be here. That y'all here that you're going to utilize that subscription. So whenever you have the opportunity to be in the chat, you will have conversations with us. We try to be as unbiased as possible. We see Pia backstage. Big shout outs to her. Big shout outs to her. Thank you for being here. We're gonna pull you up to the stage right now. Give me 1 second. It's an honor to have you here with us today. Let me make sure we get a banner going on. Let me see. Do I have a banner yet? I have Ratchak banner. Let's get one going. Big shout out to Rock Shock. Rock Shock is backstage. Rock Shock is backstage. Big shout out to Rock Shock. Thank you for being here. Very appreciated. I'm gonna pull ya up to the panel right now. Give me 1 second, please. We are very honored to have you here today. Hopefully, we will have the honor to have WSU Kim. That's the big surprise that we have here today. She's on the title. WSU Kim brought a new story for the Idaho 4. We appreciate her for the content. We're gonna try to honor that content and do right by it. So hopefully we will have the honorable WSU Kim with us today. That'll be a great conversation. It should be well overdue. I think everyone in our community, we've been following the events, we've been following the conversation, we've been following the characters, within the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. So it's only right that while being in the middle of the storm, give me 1 second, ladies. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. We'll have the banner subscribe to Strange Suspicion. We'll have the Rock Chalk. And we're gonna make one for WSU Kim. Because yes, we, in appreciation for her presence and for her being available to have a conversation with us, it's only right that we promote her channel. Because you never know whenever she will bring content in the Idaho Full for the true crime community here in YouTube. And without further ado, let me introduce to you one of our best collaborators and family member, host of True Crime Chat Room. Let me introduce you, Rock Shock.
How's it going? Hope everybody's doing good. Thank you, brother.
Big shout out to Rock Shock.
It's all good. Glad to be here. I did reach out to WSU Kim mom, and hopefully she will show up. If not, she said she was willing to do a group together, so we will plan that.
That'll be good. That'll be good. I appreciate you for being here, though. How you doing today? How you feeling?
I got a bellyache right now for some reason, but I'm good. I'm here.
It's all good, though. Hopefully you feel better soon. And thank you for being here. It's always an honor to have you here with us, though.
I love being here. Thank you for inviting me.
And guys, without further ado, one of the guests that it was most requested in this channel, and thanks to Rock Shock, it's possible for us at this day today have the honorable visit of Strange Suspicion.
Oh, I love her. I love her.
Hey, Jrod. Hey, Rock Chalk. Me and Bob are both here. We're here right now. We're happy to be here. Thanks for having us on.
Hi,
Hey
Pia.
guys.
Hi, Bob.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Hey Bob, how you doing? Big shout out to Strange Suspicion and Pia. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, I gotta say I'm very honored. Thank you for being here. Pia, Bob, I gotta say I have keep up with the content far as just over browsing because I think that y'all well know us as true crime content creators. We like to take the beat of the niche, and the only way we take the beat of the niche, we keyword the name of the case that we're working on and update. That way we get to see all the newest content from everyone, all new content creators, older content creators and whatnot. So when I do that, I cross Bayou content, which I think everyone could tell you I don't go to, like, it's rare for you to see me in someone's comment section. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but
Yeah.
I'm one of those content creators. Just because we don't run away from controversy, just because not everyone's cup of tea. Um,
Exactly.
I felt Kim when Kim said like, "Well, I just don't want to bring trouble to your channel and whatnot." That's why you see me the 9 times out of 10 when I'm in the live stream. I could be watching the live stream of you. You could only imagine who I'm watching whenever I'm watching them, but I'm just straight up watching, enjoying the content, and not really even going in to say hi, even though we cool or whatnot. Just
Right.
because it is something very particular in the YouTube true crime niche, and it's possessive subscribers. I don't know if you heard that term before.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really familiar. They're like pit bulls. You know what I mean?
You see, they cute though. They cute.
Yeah.
They petable. They only bite if you pull their ear. Um, I know I need to stop. Hold on. If y'all have watched my show before, listen, like when fuckery's in the air, you already know. You could smell it, you could taste it, you could hear it, you could actually pre-see it before it's about to out my mouth. So
Yeah, we've
Roy's
seen it.
no,
truthful though. He's
no
always
harm
truthful.
intended at all. It's all content.
Exactly.
But when these subscribers or these viewers from other people don't like you, in this case me, even though if I'm cool with the content creator, like we cool, but as soon as they see my name in the chat,
Right. All hell breaks loose.
listen, this has been like this for the past 2 years, 2 years and a half since the Kiely Rodni case. Listen, um, I literally intended to my persona to be like this in YouTube. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like I came here to render impact, to render the bus stops here type of figure. Um,
Right.
Credibility has a lot to do with that. At this day to day, I haven't missed a shot yet, as far as my takes in true crime. And if I haven't, if if I have kind of like not missed a shot, but be around the topic, it was very close to be. So it was like very easy to rearrange the take due to that it was around the ballpark. So it's like my name is Jrod Point. It should be very simplistic to understand what I'm all about. You know, sometimes a lot of people cannot handle tough love. A lot of people cannot understand simple criticism,
And they can't
or
handle the truth.
you
That's right.
know you see, in the beginning, I'm gonna give you a quick overlook. In the very beginning, I was like really don't give a fuck type of content creator. Like, listen, it is what it is, and bottom line, who cares about who get their feelings hurt? But it got to the point that getting baptized by other content creators, allowing me to be co-signed by them and stuff like that. Like, let's say like Harsh Reality, Speak Bang Holding, Sleuty Goose, Dago. I haven't seen Dago for a long time, but I don't have no bad words for Dago. That's my boy. Don't matter whatever, whoever don't want to see us collaborating. That's okay. He know he got my respect, and I know that I have his respect too. So big shout outs to Dago. Big shout out to Crime Time with Mama Bear. I love him very dearly. Is people that I keep close to my heart. Southern Logic. I haven't seen Southern Logic for a while. Um, and many others. Larissa Slaughter, Megan from the Kiely Rodni case, many others. I can't really mention them all because we will be here for a long time mentioning people. But getting around these beautiful and wonderful content creators, starting understanding the global unspoken principle of true crime creation, which, being a newcomer in the niche, it takes steps to understand certain things that, we going by heart, we going by ear, we going by keeping our own production level and our own production value, but at the same time, we have to make sure that we are reachable. And the only way we will be reachable is actually caring for other people's feelings. It's not that we're gonna have to babysit people, but understanding that we all humans. And even though if us believe that as smaller content creators, our words don't have no type of impact on other people's life, I learned that it don't matter how big or small you are. The word, we learn it very early, is a sword. The words have power, good, evil, whatever, anything in the middle. But words have power. And when people, and include myself in this, people like us wants to speak our truth, because it probably my truth is not your truth, is not Rockshock's truth, but we all have individual side of the fences, individual truth. I
True.
might not see you truth
Right.
at the moment, but through communication, we could balance it out and get to a happy medium and get to understand each other and what's the train of thought and what's the reasons of why. If it was any discrepancy, let's talk about it, patch it in the butt, boom, boom, boom. Let's get the content going. Because at the end of the day, my only focus is being promoting the victims, promote their case. Not about me, not about try to get clout. Being the type of person that is being always in clout since I was little. Uh, hood famous, black famous, city, town famous, in many places in life. Um, way before YouTube. I have lived life way before YouTube. So it's like when I come to YouTube with the momentum that I bring from my private life and bring into the public spectrum here in YouTube, um, I realize that people, when they work together, they stronger. And it's sad to see all the bickering in YouTube true crime that I gotta say I might be blamed for it for the past 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we don't run away from drama.
That's
But
right.
at the same time, going through that true crime drama, I have learned that at the end of the day, it's not just content, but reaching out to the people that we even talked to, those people that we talked about. We could reach to them and be like, hey, let's just have a conversation here. And we create content together. We have conversations. We get to the happy medium, or we totally disagree. But having conversations that give the opportunity to network, that's how we build the building blocks to create a network with people and content creators that probably one day a bigger situation comes all about. It might we might be all together in a true crime show one day. We don't know, you know. You don't know who's watching these YouTube streets and these YouTube true crime streets, and they start picking talents out of whatever is in the niche right now. You know, it don't matter how big or small you are, as long as when you turn that camera, you get engagement out of the content, and you get people talking to you, you get people engaging with you, and try to get to get to know you and see what you're all about. That's a very good.
Exactly.
That's a very good start. You know. Um. Enough about me. We've been tough here on characters. Pia, and this is why I appreciate you to be here today. Because I got to know you in that panel with Rock
Yeah.
Chalk, and
Yeah.
you sound like a very amazing person, and very down to earth.
Thank
Um
you.
yes. And but I gotta let you know we're being very tough on characters, right? But I have more respect for you and what I do, because at least you're a human. You turn the camera on. We could see the concept. We could see you as a person, that you are a human. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
For
um
sure.
it's like you're not behind a picture. You're not
Yeah, we do
hide,
live stream.
yeah, you don't hide your voice with voice changers and stuff like that.
Oh, no
like
way. No.
like I totally understand. Listen, I'm when I came here to YouTube true crime, believe me, before I came here to the niche, it was two guns up. No problem. I'm okay. I'm safe. My family's safe. It's all good. That's why, like, when I came here to YouTube true crime, it's like, yeah, I'm Juan Rodriguez, aka Jrod Point. I don't have nothing to hide. I have a beautiful family, beautiful kids. Ain't no one in this motherfucking earth gonna harm him. So it's like sometimes I didn't understood, like, people being in a true crime niche, because I this is how I look at it. And please, I want to hear what you got to say. I'm gonna stop talking. Enough is enough with introductions. Um, but I talk a lot. Um, I came to the niche, and it's like, yo, like I know how to protect myself. I know how to protect my family. I have a big family from both sides of the fence, so I don't know who the fuck is gonna be in the fucked up mind to try to do anything to me. They could
Right.
try. They could try. Take a chance. Listen, the president got shot in the ear. You could try all you want. It's all about the tactician, the tactics behind me. So it's like when I came to YouTube, it was like, come on, man, it's no fear of nothing. Like, well, what? Come on, been seeing bullets flying all my life. Like, coming here to YouTube to put content out here to talk about true crime, because believe me, I'm in tune with the criminal mind. So I know how to, just with a simple story. We let's say, for example, I could see here, you tell me your story. By the time you done telling me my story, I'll tell you what I understood from that story. And you might be like, what? I didn't said that. But I was like, but I'm reading between the lines. It's up to you to admit or deny, and try to make me look if I'm right or wrong. But I will tell you exactly my take of what's coming out your mouth, what is coming out, the story that you bring into the table. I'm just reading between the lines. So I say that to say this. I've been so tough on people hiding their face, on people hiding their name, on people like what you worry about. You like, I'm gonna put it like this. Me, I'm a no one. I'm a no one. You know what I'm saying? They know how to take care of himself and the family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just me. Again, everyone lives their life in the way they live it. So I'm like, I would like to believe that, like yourself, you said you're a veteran. Again, I don't know, but I'm going by what you said. I don't have no reason to disbelieve that. Um, but for example, veterans here in YouTube, like a veteran shouldn't be afraid of nothing because you have 10 to 12 close by homies that they will be on deck right by you whenever you need to. And listen, I got family members in the military. I know how they roll together. So it's like, military people, ex-police, ex-CIA, and this is coming out of just a dude that he was hood famous, um, underground rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, just plucked in with the street. That's it. Just plucked in with the street. A simple nobody that knows people that knows people that knows people.
We ain't friends.
And I know,
yeah.
And I know I'm safe. Listen, and I know I'm safe. Listen, I've been in the YouTube true crime streets for the past almost 3 years. It's been threats to my life. It's been threat to my family. We already have a little drive-by, pum pum, close by a street, close by, but they were just lost. They didn't know where they were. And when you come in with a California plate in Ohio with tinted windows, you're gonna like everybody on the block gonna be looking at you as soon as you come in. So so it's me. I know we are super safe where we live. That's super safe. Super safe.
Yeah.
My name is out there, my address is doxing out there. Like, listen, me as a person, I dare anyone to try anything. I double triple dog dare anyone. That's my attitude. That's me every day. Right? Not everyone's gonna be like that, because not everyone has the same level of fury inside of them. A level of, like, we call him Puerto Rico Pepe Cojones. He's like it's like you bleed just like me. Whatever you think you're gonna do to me, I could do to you 3-4 times. Well, who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming with that attitude here. Listen, I'm going against Cock Green, a billionaire. I'm going against Moscow PD. I'm going against the FBI. IFBI, and we cool. We cool. They know I'm trying to help. They know I'm trying to help, but I'm not gonna hide you bullshit. I got state police. I got local PD. I got people in the family. They know that I support authorities. I support the law. I support the Constitution of the United States of America.
Amen.
I support the flag.
Absolutely.
But if I see that you as authority, you not handling business proper, you cannot be mad at me when I literally just tell you you fucked up, right?
Right. You need to be accountable.
Like, if I'm telling you fucked up and I'm a nobody,
right, then you fucked up.
you fucked up, yeah, to some other level type of shit. So I say that to say this, right? I've been tough on content creators that act like life is so scary here in YouTube true crime. That we have to hide our name, that we need to hide our family. Oh, I have people having in the comments, oh my God, don't show your kids on the camera. Why you show your kids on the camera? Because are my kids. And I'm proud of my kids and I love my kids. I cannot live my life through your model. If you scared, you don't want to show your kids, you scared, don't show your kids. Cool. So you live you. Me, I love my kids. I have the family channel. I haven't even put content on the family channel because I was waiting for my computer to come back. So now that we have this studio going, I'm going to start putting content on the family channel about wife and kids and things that we do and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Probably the Disney Channel pick the whole family up one day. We might be in your favorite Disney show. Hey, you don't know if you don't try. So
right.
Anyway.
You might as well.
So I say that to say this. I appreciate the model, even though my criticism to those content creators that act like they have to put content in YouTube, true crime, and be on tippy toes. You know what I'm saying? Like, boo
Yeah, I
hoo,
do it.
boo hoo. You know, this is how I feel. If you feel that scared, don't be here.
Right.
You just don't be here. I'd rather you to tell me, listen, this is my concept. This is a concept that I want to develop. This is who I want to be in YouTube. This is how I want to go about business in YouTube. You know, hey, this is my face. This is me. You don't need to know nothing fucking else. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least this is what I said. Like, I respect what you're doing because you at least you have a concept and like you told me the other days that do you like the insane clown posse and stuff
Mhm.
like that? That you're a juggler
Yeah.
and stuff like that. When I heard that, by default, I already knew I got the concept. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel that I needed to talk to you because again, even though I was being tough to people that like to hide their persona, their real private persona in YouTube true crime. Because again, you know, I go by like, well, if I'm getting this information from you of a crime, of a possible theory of what could happen of a crime, but I don't even know your name. I don't know who the fuck you are. Like, this is me. You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm gonna take anyone serious when, like, I don't know. I might see a little different, but then when I see, you know, Drip Drop, I see Drip Drop with his clown posse model, and then I see you, yeah, I see other ones. I was like, all right, that's cool. I dig that. I dig that because at least I could see a face. You know what I mean? So I was more concerned that my criticism and commentary would have got to ya and rub ya the wrong way. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no, no, not at all. And you can actually see my face in a couple of my shorts.
Yes,
I
I see.
do like
No, I see. I seen it though. I
you
seen it.
seen it? Okay.
Yeah, no, I seen your videos and stuff like that. This is what I'm saying that I was more concerned into well what they could have thought if they heard my comments or whatnot because I want to be straightforward.
Oh no, not at
I
all.
do not trust. I do not promote. I do not subscribe. I do not follow content creators that want to stay in mystery. They want to stay
Right, yeah.
with the mysticism of like, well, just because I know this insider information, I have to keep my name concealed, my face concealed, my voice concealed. I have to work in this certain manner and whatnot. And that's the same people that I don't subscribe to, I don't listen to. I don't even look at their content out of curiosity because I already know what's your purpose for being here. Yeah, I don't know
Exactly.
if you
Yeah.
understand what I'm
I know what
saying.
you
Like,
mean. Yeah. Yeah,
I
exactly.
already know that you only here to stir the pot. To keep
Exactly. Right.
bringing poop to the table. You don't want to come out to say who you are because oh you say you have so much insider information. Boo hoo. I spoke with Moscow PD, giving everything that I have about the Idaho 4 case 2 weeks into the case, way before Dylan Mortensen changed her alibi.
Oh,
I
she
was on the
changed
phone
her
with
alibi?
yeah, like I was on the phone with Moscow PD telling them suspects, the reasons why, the timing, which it was my timing was matching their timing, and I told them the reasons why I combined what the mom dad said with what everyone like. But it's listen, I spoke like for 45 minutes with Moscow PD again before they decided to pull the plug and be like, nah, we need Dylan Mortensen to switch the shit.
39.
I also told him, oh, you know that y'all gonna have Bethany. Y'all need Bethany. You know, y'all need Bethany to confirm that Dylan was in the room with her. Because when the first story came out, they thought that Dylan could have passed that she was in the first floor sleeping, not hearing, not seeing nothing, because he was another room. besides Bethany in the first floor. But then when everyone starting to see the body cam of the cops looking through the window, and people from Moscow started speaking out, and it came out that that one room on the bottom floor across the hallway from Bethany, it was only a warehouse. It was like a storage room. Ethan
Yeah,
had
it was. Yeah.
Ethan had his glove clubs there.
Yep.
You know, the bed, it was lifted up, put against the wall. Everything was a mess in there. So
Right.
she couldn't fit. She couldn't fit that she for that night slept in that room. I told that to Moscow PD. I told him, you know that this story is not gonna match, right? Because again, by the time I spoke with Moscow PD, I was already convinced that Moscow PD, it was turning the blind eye on the case. By the time I decided to pick up the phone and talk to them, I literally wanted to let them know that a total stranger from far the fuck away already know exactly what happened. They freaked the fuck out. Because as soon as I told them the University of Idaho don't want no blood on their hands, they changed their attitude right away too. After they heard me for the past 35, 45 minutes, as soon as I told them, you're hiding the other version of the grub truck. And I told him that way before Kara confirmed that was Santa. That was way before was confirmed by Kara. Jrod, that's my daughter. Jrod, we will get to the bottom of that because she paid with her Apple Pay and she have Apple products. And she was on the camera, talking to the camera, saying hi to the camera, her voice, her face, her hair, her clothes, that she was on the TikTok. Probably, I think it was either a TikTok the same day or the day before. She had the same clothes that she had on the grub truck, confirmed by Kara.
Wow.
So Moscow PD utilized the grub truck footage to confirm Kiely and Maddie timeline, but then they hit Santa and Ethan timeline. For what reason? They already said they got home by 1:45 altogether. We here in this channel, we confirmed that was a lie way before people started talking about 150. Because they left the grub truck. Kiely and Maddie left the grub truck by 1:58.
Do you think that's why they said Ethan's parents said 2 a.m. is a dark hour?
Because at 2 a.m., everything got put in motion. Her kids know. They don't want to say nothing. They don't. Listen. This is something. Is something in this case that it bothers me the most. That every single person, everyone, and I mean everyone, is protecting the vandals. Everyone. Why? A week after. Oh, they all clear. A week. They all clear in a week.
Yeah, they cleared a lot of people right away.
36 interviews. 36 interviews in a week. Where the suspects? Where was you common sense immediate suspects that you needed to declare suspects to then have funding to go for an investigation? You have to declare suspects. If you don't declare suspects, you legally can't go for them.
And why lift the safety? What was it called? The shelter in place. If they didn't have a suspect, why would they lift the shelter in place?
The roommates, the roommates. This is what I was trying to tell you after I talked to Moscow PD, and I told him personally that Dylan gonna need Bethany to confirm her alibi, because I was the only person that told Moscow PD, what, you forgot that the room across the hall is a storage? It's not gonna fly. Moscow PD should have asked her, okay? If you didn't hear, you didn't see nothing, where you were sleeping. Did she state that? I'm telling Moscow PD all the holes that I've seen within the public information, all the holes of the investigation. Because again, by the time I got to talk to them, I already heard from the grapevine that they trying to go call in this case. But the people freaked out. The locals freaked out and went upside of the mayor's head.
Well, there's a lot of corruption there.
Then when it got to the mayor, oh no, we need to find somebody. Oh, I believe my name, it was out there. Because I told him, yeah, I'm Jrod on point. Again, I told him all my information, first and last, address, phone number. Here's where you could get me. This is my YouTube channel. Here's where you could see content that I'm going to be talking about this case. The same thing I did with the Kiely Rodni case. I did not want to talk about no case that I'm not involved. That if I find anything about this case before I come to YouTube and talk about it, the authorities know about it way before I put the content out. This is why I'm trying to tell people everything that I tell y'all here. Moscow PD already know about this shit. And it's shocking because what? Because in the public eye, Moscow PD already cleared a whole bunch of people in a week. They allowed Dylan Mortensen to change her alibi from being in the first floor, not hearing, not seeing nothing, to then now, after I talked to them, few days after, then she was in the second floor. I was like, got you. You think that I must be a nobody that just talked to you over the phone? You must think that I'm going to literally be the Joker telling you in your face that listen, I already know everything, dog. Because I broke it down to them. Again, way before Kara confirmed that was Santa, I already broke up for them why they hiding the grub truck footage and why they hiding the real timeline. When I talked to them, the timeline of killing, it was from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. By the time I spoke with Moscow PD, then after I spoke with you 2-3 days later, now you have a whole new timeline that it came out of the information that Olivia Goncalves provided from cell phone data and whatnot. And then now, because of Olivia Goncalves brought it to the table, just a family member of a victim that don't have no law enforcement background, that he have no investigative background, just any other motherfucker from the streets, put her nose on the case in the same way that the Goncalves, big shout outs to them, have put their nose on the case of the murder of their daughter since day one, while you telling the whole world you know the vandals did it, but then they put pressure on you. Now you have to play nice.
Yeah, but
Steve Goncalves told, hold on, mama. Because Steve Goncalves told the whole world first week that this is not a random drive-by looking for victims. That ain't no one from law enforcement gonna tell him that. That came out way before the narrative of the drive-by looking for victims came out. Steve Goncalves said that. Steve Goncalves said, nobody's gonna tell me that this was just a random person coming and kill my daughter, because whoever killed my daughter and her friends knows my daughter, knows her friends, and they are regulars in that house. That was out of their mouth. So then, after, oh shit, he's out. Because they know he's out. They lock up Kara because he's out. Because whatever they said they lock up Kara for, after they promised me they're not gonna lock her up, because believe me, I have spoke to Moscow PD plenty times. So after they promised him, because when we confirmed the whole situation about Santa being at the grub truck footage, they promised me that, yeah, we're gonna talk to her, we're gonna set it all up, we're gonna investigate that, we're gonna get to the bottom of that. And I told him Kara is scared of y'all locking her up for this. Oh, Jrod, don't worry, Juan, don't believe, no, we're gonna be doing good by her, we're gonna do right, we're gonna investigate this, tell her to give us a call. They don't worry about that. They said her warrant is nothing serious. To me, even said that they're not even looking for her. To me, Brett Payne, personally. And then a few days later, now we found out that Kara locked up. Come on, man. It's obvious. It's obvious. The problem with other content creators is when they listen to what I'm saying, they cannot comprehend that I really am about that. I did that with the Kiely Rodni case. That's why a lot of people hated me, because he's like, oh, how the heck he know all this shit? Because I do my own homework. I see here, I got some help from some people that I appreciate, but all the homework is me. It's just me, nights of non-sleep, on the phone, researching, linking with people, confirming shit. That's how I do it. If other content creators do other way, again, I'm not here for the clout. I'm that one cyber sleuth or content creator that actually wants to help the victims. I want to help Kiely Rodni. I want to help Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, Santa. Hey, at this point, even Bryan Kohberger looks as a victim. So when I come to talk about this case, being in tune with the investigation, then you see all these other content creators. Oh, he talking about Santa being in the grub truck and shit, and this and that, and yada yada yada. And it's like, dudes, y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see that Moscow PD not just twist the time of death, which they don't have by forensics. That's another thing. How in the heck you by forensics, you're not gonna have a time of death? I mean, I totally understand by the time they pick up the bodies, it was like 15 to 16 hours later, the bodies, whatever was left of the body was stiff, blood dried already. Facts. So I know when you're gonna start doing the forensics at that higher level decomposition, it's a little difficult, but I believe you could still get time of death out of that. Because again, heat and all these other things that they have to record, it goes to the percentages, to the chances of time. They backtrack all down the forensics and they try to figure it out, the time of death, doing all the influences around the bodies and whatnot, heat and all this other stuff. It depends the environment and the heat, approximate heat, you could tell when they actually die, especially with the wounds and the inner damage and whatnot. You could have a good idea of a time of death that we don't have. But again, I wanted to say that. But go ahead, Rockshot. Sorry to interrupt you. You was about to tell me something about Steve Goncalves.
What I was saying is Olivia went to school down there herself.
Yeah, no, yeah, she got involved in the case, investigating and everything. Like, if you ask me, before and better than the FBI.
Because she knows how things go. She went to school there.
And totally understandable that she could still have people there. You know, people that knew that she went
Prince,
there
yeah.
and whatnot. You know,
He's the one that stuck around down there, got
people
jobs.
from the staff and stuff like that. So I believe, you see, you know, if you ask me, none of that stuff matter at the end of the day, because you could be the sister of the victim, but when you infiltrate yourself in the investigation and non-law enforcement, you use a regular Jane. Yeah, you lost your sister. We give you that. But then you want to act like you 007 type of shit. And then authorities gonna try to use whatever information she brings to the table when all that information needs to be put on the warrant and requested.
Well, let's not forget that stuff like the LinkedIn account got taken care of. FBI didn't do that. That had to be dad or sister. That was
That's
done
what I'm
quick.
that's
That was
what I'm
done quick.
saying, Rock Chalk, and I appreciate you bringing that up because that's a great assessment right there. But what I wanna bring to the table was the fact that soon as she found out that her sister was there, instead of giving the technology to authorities, she infiltrated the technology to search in there to see who was in there.
And take stuff out that you wanted, I think.
You know, the thing is that they knew that as soon as someone is dead, you have to put hands up. As soon as you found out your sister was dead, you needed to just leave everything alone. You cannot listen. This is why when they put the gag order in place, they told this the Goncalves like, you're not covered by this gag order. You could speak your piece. Your lawyer cannot. You could speak your piece, but I advise you. This is what the judge told him. But I advise you that watch what you say because you are a possible witness in the future in this case. People was like, why are they gonna be witnesses of what? What you means in the very beginning of this case, we have we had the statement of Olivia Goncalves infiltrating her sister's account, phone account, which is the family account. You still need a password to get to her shit. So you broke the password, went in there after you knew that your sister was there looking for what? You're not law enforcement. You are gonna look shady as soon as that come out. Because they sealed all that shit. But before they sealed that, we already knew about it. It was a shitload of shit that I knew way before they sealed the shit. That's why when the Linda Lane footage came out, everybody was like, "Yo, Steve Goncalves leaked that. That this is on the evidence pile and shit like that." And I was like, "Nah, nah, it's not. Nah, it's not." The Linda Lane footage came out few days after the gag order. If that was in any shape or form in the evidence pile, that wouldn't come out. They wouldn't say that Steve Goncalves leaked it because that would have repercussions in court. In the same way, Nancy Grace and Kiely and Howard Blum is ensuring that this case is gonna get moved to some other county because they're doing a great job doing that because they stupid. They should have known that everything they saying, the defense team is paying attention to it. Don't you think that the defense team already have the Linda Lane situation already look into it? They would have brought it up like, hey, this got leaked out of the evidence file. We have evidence that after the gag order got leaked out to YouTube, and it's a whole bunch of content creators talking about it.
Some of them are. Some
But
of
but
them
the
are
ones
not.
the ones that they say they matter. Oh, talking about Linda Lane. Looking at
No,
Linda
there would
Lane.
have to be. It would have to be if that's admissible evidence, we wouldn't have it. Nobody would have access to that. I would think, right? There's
This
no
is
way.
this is what I'm trying to tell people.
It's
The
irrelevant.
Linda Lane footage came out after the gag order. And they
Exactly.
said that that was footage that was leaked out from the evidence pile from Steve Goncalves. Steve Goncalves would not have. Listen, if they not talking to Steve Goncalves, do you think they're gonna communicate anything of evidence?
No, absolutely not.
Then Steve Goncalves just got caught try to publish information about Bryan Kohberger about a bomb making situation that is all invented because they know they losing in court already.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Steve Goncalves got caught promoting fake narratives since the very beginning. Because in the very beginning, you was so mad that your daughter was dead that you was telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Until the white Elantra came out, which it was days after I spoke with Moscow PD, let him know the whole plot.
Right.
Wait, again, I don't want to credit myself nothing, but it's truth. After a random YouTube content creator call you, identify himself like, these content creators really don't give a fuck. He told you first, last, link of his YouTube channel, everything, address. This is, you need my social security? No, we don't need that. Okay, cool.
Damn.
Yeah,
Dang.
that type of shit. Yeah, that type of shit. That at that level.
Wow.
And I tell you exactly how everything went down. Names, suspects, timeline, everything. And the University of Idaho is behind it. And actually, I don't want to say that you actually in this shit, but I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. This is the type of conversation that I have with them.
Right.
I'm not trying to tell you that you are the problem, but you are the problem. Literally, this is what I'm trying to tell them.
Right. They need to figure out how to do their job.
Right after that, now we having a Dylan Mortensen saying, no, I was on the second floor after I told him, now you need Bethany because you cannot use the room across the hall from Bethany.
Right.
You cannot use
There's
that
nothing
room as
there.
she was there.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out and you're gonna get busted. I'm literally helping them on the phone because I'm already mentally in tune with the whole fuckery they got going on over there. So for them to, and I'm talking, and I know Bobby's laughing. This is military terms. You gotta psycho analysis, reverse the fuck out of them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm with you on this, but you know what I'm saying. But this is what I see. This is the holes. This is the holes there. Now you need Bethany to back up Dylan's story because it's only common sense that if she said that she was with Bethany in the same room, why they texting?
Right. I agree.
Yeah, what are they texting? What are they saying? That's ridiculous. Can you imagine hearing that and then you just got on your phone and you started texting? That's all you did? You didn't go help your friends? You didn't call 911? You didn't scream or go get a neighbor? Nothing. That's disgusting. That's supposed to be their friends.
The
Went to
problem
bed.
is that at the moment that it's
Right,
happening,
went night-night.
the problem is that the moment that it's happening, they don't know if they safe or not. They inside the house. They are at their mercy, even though they peoples. But when the demon is out and the demon is for blood and the demon is killing, the only time these people would have got safe and still be alive, it was that if after the killing that demon was satisfied.
Right.
Is no way to stop someone that is start killing unless they have the right frame of mind. When someone snaps, like how I know that this happened, when someone black out and rage and snap, already on the influence of certain things, and after you get the heart broken, then now you pop few other things to then go and get it done, to get the courage to go and get it done. Because believe me, who killed these young adults, they're all fucking bitches. Literally.
Yeah. I just don't understand, like
People people
how
have
you
not
could
even
just sit there for
mentioned
8 hours. It's
people
weird.
have not even mentioned the two other blood samples found on the third floor, right in the premises of the dead bodies. Why you don't mention, like, why people
Yeah, they were
don't
untested.
don't understand that that's a non-protocol. You needed to go as hard as you went for the Bryan Kohberger DNA. You needed to go for the other two DNAs, which the other two DNAs is confirmed that they were a higher grade of sample that you could have actually worked with and get multiple testings with it because he was a higher volume of sample, not
Exactly.
just a particle on the brass something. You try to make something out of nowhere when in the beginning of the case, when they were mentioned the DNA on the shift, they say it was no DNA. They couldn't find no DNA, that he was about to get sent to a laboratory in Texas. This Big Van Holding told me that that's a shady laboratory that he knows in Texas. Shady. And they send it over there to see what particle they could stimulate and bring back up to create a DNA. So that's a fabrication of DNA. Then by the time it gets there, now the FBI telling like, nah, send it. Listen, the chain of custody was violated way long time ago. Way long time since they found the knife sheath. Where's the chain of custody of that? Too much people have it on their hands way before the FBI got it on their hands to do their magic. Why you have to do your magic when you have all the DNAs in the same room? So
Right.
if you have this complicated DNA on this night shift that you need to work so hard on, how about you work and these other samples of DNA that you have available that are higher quality and bigger volume than what you have in this night shift? But no, you need the night shift to focus on the night shift because that's all is left in there to say that someone came with a knife and kill him. Because if that night shift was not there, you could have say a cat came in and scratched him and killed him.
Right.
Exactly.
A bobcat just went in, wow, just slice him the fuck up, killed him. It was a bobcat, and that's it. They would have closed this fucking case.
Exactly.
Could have been an elk or a moose.
Right.
They got moose and elk over in Idaho.
Coyotes.
Yeah,
And you gotta
coyote.
make sure that it's a night shift there
Bigfoot.
for the effect of the narrative of, okay, this is gonna be stabbing. Remember, these young adults did not die of stabbing though. Their bodies were mutilated. It was like someone shoot them out and spit them right back out. The worst of all, Kiely. And I don't want to be gross, trigger warning out there on the chat room, but we're talking about, they said that she was sitting like slumped over and stuff like that. I don't know about that. I don't know if a body could stand slumped over when doesn't have no guts inside.
For 8 hours. Yeah.
Like, I know it's
There's
gross, but we need to talk about stuff like this. Because people think that his shit is sweet. People think that, yeah, in 8 minutes, Kohberger by himself, oh, he
no
did it
way.
all. He went upstairs to the third floor. He put he put Murphy. He brought Murphy from Maddie's room to lock Murphy on Kaylee's old room because Kiely was not in her room. You know how many content creators is like, oh yeah, Kiely was playing with her dog in her room, And then she heard what was going on to Maddie because Maddie was the target. And when she heard what was going on in Maddie's room, she came from her room and then she was attacked and da 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 da. Shut the fuck up.
Exactly. It's
Why?
ridiculous.
Why she gonna be in the room that she don't have nothing in? Nothing. No sheets in the bed.
Right.
It is her last night. They make it sound like she went back there to she just went back there invited by Dylan. She didn't even hang out with Dylan. She got invited by Dylan, didn't even hang out with Dylan. And that was the very last night that she was about to hang out with her friend to go back home and then start living her new life. Of course, she's gonna be in the same room with her best friend. They know themselves since like middle school. What's the reason why she's gonna be in the room that she don't have no sheets? Oh, playing with the puppy. Shut the fuck up. Come with that shit. It irks me though. It irks me because it's like, how in the heck, like, oh, now you believe in the story that yeah, you dealing her Kiely playing with the dog. Oh yes, she must be on her room. What about that? What you thought that he was playing with her dog? You already know. You just said that for effect, but you already know what was going on the third floor. Excuse my English though, but I cannot stand when content creators know this is not a ribs, but they want to stick with the public famous story for them to keep their subs, for them to like, you
Yeah.
know how many subs they get mad at you just because you said that Kohberger is a chance he's innocent, and
True.
they mass exile. Oh,
Exactly.
how dare you gonna say that Kohberger has a chance to be innocent? How dare him?
That's a great impersonation.
Thank you, though. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get my Hollywood going, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty good.
But
That's
it
how they
sucks,
sound, though.
though.
That is how they sound.
It sucks. It sucks because if some viewers could actually not worry about who is saying it, worry about the message.
Exactly.
Don't worry about me if you don't like me or not. But what I'm letting you know is that it's a chance there. No, they get mad and they flat leave. But listen, enough of myself. I love that y'all here. I know it's we in the hour 25 minutes. The chat is going. Big shout out to everyone. We have 43 people watching. We have today Rock Chalk and we have Strange Suspicion with Bob MP in the building. Round of applause, please. We
Whoop,
go. We
whoop.
go.
Whoop,
Let's
whoop.
get it going. Let's get it going. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Rock
thank you
Chalk.
for having us.
Rock Chalk, you are well famous and known in these YouTube streets. So let me give you a little second so we could get to Strange Suspicion, and then actually we could get a little bit get to know more about them and what's going on their side of the fence. Um, Rock Chalk, what's new on your side of the fence on your channel? What you got going on? How's the investigation that you got going on that is about Oklahoma?
It is actually. It's toucans.
What's going on? Can you give the public now that we have here listening to the Idaho 4 information for those Idaho 4 viewers? Can you give them an update of the latest in the case that you're working on, though?
Yeah, we still we have 5 in custody. We have 2 Kansas women that was killed in Oklahoma. One was going to pick up her child. The other one is a supervised visit lady to oversee the supervised visit. I do believe we got 3 more arrests coming, and I got contacted twice today. One from an A&E producer, and one from a CW producer. I'm not sure what they want. So obviously, I'm not going to stick my neck out with something I don't know. I am all about the truth. I want justice for Veronica and children, or Veronica and Jillian. There's a lot of children out there, and there's a lot left to be found out. I can't explain it all in one night, so that's my gist of it. Um, and I'm ready for you to get to know Strange a little better. I love her and Bob a lot. I truly do. They are family to me, just like you are, Jrod. And I think
Right.
it's great that we can have a panel like this and get along. And
Yes.
I know WSU Kim Mom will come. I know she will. It might not be tonight, but we will set it up, brother.
Yeah, that'll be good though. That'll be good. I appreciate your rock shot. Keep us in tune on what's going on with that case. I would love to I don't know, at some point if we could, have a chit chat about that. That'll be great. That'll be amazing
Anytime.
because
I'm available anytime to you or Pia. You know
I
that.
really, I really would love to get to know a little bit about that because I see that you are very passionate about that case, and I know you have a great heart, and I know you will get to the bottom of it, and keep me posted about that. So, without further ado, let's get to strange suspicions after a long introduction and conversation to warm up the soil. Strange suspicion, Pia. How you doing? Thank you for being here, sweetheart.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Tell me a little bit about PM Bob. Tell me a little bit about if you wanna start far as when the bug beat you to be a content creator.
Well, the first time we were doing content was when we were doing a different channel. We were doing like a paranormal channel. It's
Yeah,
called Shaken Paranormal. And before that, I did a lot of acting in haunted houses.
nice.
So, I don't know. And Bob's always been really involved in music and bands and stuff like that. And he's really good at editing. So we just put it together. And just like how you were compelled when you felt compelled to start doing true crime with the Kiely Rodni case, we felt really compelled to get involved when we did we started with the Idaho 4 case. So we kind
Nice.
of shied away from the paranormal and then went straight to the true crime and added paranormal on our true crime as well.
But you see, though, I love. Oh my God! Listen, I love all the paranormal conversation of it, and I have known that some mediums have helped certain cases in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pia.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you just said.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That I know that is some mediums that have helped some true crime cases in the past.
Yeah, there have been quite a few like well documented mediums that have done that.
You see, that's why me, I don't like to mix. Like I respect who does like you that yeah does now bringing that little bit of paranormal to the true crime. Me in my personal opinion, I'm very careful to of doing that just because it's a lot of taboo, at least in a niche. How can I say it?
Mm.
Yeah, we kind of when we do paranormal, we keep it separate from true crime, basically.
It's not
It's
true
like
crime paranormal.
I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Like it's tabooish in the niche. Like it's
Yeah, I get you. I get what you're
how can
saying.
I say it? Like me, for example, in my old channel, I was a moderator for Candy Star. Big shout out to Candy Star. I love Candy Star. If y'all don't know about Candy Star, YouTube search it real quick and check her content. She's amazing. She's a sweetheart. I do believe that she have a gift. I have spoke to her over the phone. Like that's my sister. Um, and you could tell when people has a gift. You could tell. You could feel it. You feel goosebumps when they talking to you about certain things, especially when they talking on their show about information that you already got and you know is no way in hell that she know exactly what you know without you telling her. It's impossible,
Yeah, a lot
but
of
it
the
happened.
a
But it
lot of the
happened.
true crime stuff that like I don't necessarily get into, and I don't think Pia really enjoys either. Is a lot of these guys that are using those spirit boxes and they're contacting
Victims or
victims, or they're contacting certain people after they died. Like I saw a guy trying to contact Gene Simmons, or I mean, Gene. Who am I talking about?
Kurt Cobain?
No.
Oh.
The guy that just died, the exercise guy.
Oh, Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons. Why did I say Gene Simmons? Gene Simmons
Yeah.
Kiss.
Okay,
Yeah,
got you.
yeah,
Got
we don't do that kind of paranormal though. Like it's like we do like more like it's more like this. Like I understand there's content creators like T-Rev that like does that kind of thing, but like it's more like we do true crime, comma, we do paranormal, comma, we do serial killer documentaries, comma. We don't mix paranormal with true crime at all. It's absolutely separate.
Because
You know what I mean?
you see, I totally, I'm still waiting for those. I'm still waiting for a content creator. They will speak of a, let's say, let's give an example. Let's talk about the Idaho 4 case, right?
Okay.
To have the type of murder scene that we have in this resident, which again, a lot of people could only imagine.
No,
Me,
there's energy there. Yeah, there's that energy.
I could only reassure that I know the energy that it took to get that done, and the spirits, the phantoms and the demons, the principalities behind it. And the also that could be used as a impromptu sacrifice for their own gods, from their own Greek gods that they idolize, and is actually a life religion within the circles of the Greek life and the University of Idaho. Is like no believing in Lord Jesus Christ.
Well, when they tore the house down, they tore it down on Childermas, which is
it's a religious holiday.
It's a religious holiday.
When they would wake their children up in the middle of the night and beat the evil out of them, like every single year in Europe, and that's when they tore the house down in Idaho. And I thought that was weird because there is a lot, like all the Greek road, they all do weird ceremonies, and they are aware of those kinds of holidays. I do believe they are.
Yeah, not saying there's a connection, but I mean, it's just a weird coinky dink. If you know what I'm saying.
It's conveniently on the same day.
You see, their problem is that they don't think that, let's say, for example, for those that believe on Jesus Christ, or for those that believe on Lucifer, you see me, I call her by his righteous name, right? Or for those that believe in Buddha or whatnot, whatever religion they believe, right? I believe that these cult members do not think that a Christian or a Luciferian or someone from any other religion will know about what they all about, or that we know about their calendar, or we know about their rituals. Like, how can a Christian gonna know about what we got going on over here?
The internet, right? Duh.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. So he's very happy.
But they don't realize it because they're so used to people bowing down to everything that they do. They're not used to any kind of resistance or any kind of questioning, because there is a role that each of them play. They all have like different degrees of importance and responsibility and authority, right? Whether it's Greek Row or it's Freemasons or it's the Christ Church or anything going on around there. The Moscow PD.
Yeah, that's
Pullman PD.
That's a big cult.
Yeah, that's a big cult. Moscow PD, I think it is. And that Christchurch guy, he runs a cult, right? I can't think of his name. That's how important he is to me. I don't know his name.
Big shout out to Rockshot. She's tired. She's gonna take a little nap, a little sleep. Big shout out to Rockshot. Love you so much, mama.
Yeah, we love you, Rockshot.
Night, Rocky.
So I'm very happy to hearing from you, Pia, and from you, Bob, that y'all actually fully aware of the occult, which it doesn't surprise me. Cause again, as soon as y'all told me that the y'all juggalos and stuff like that, I totally know. I have friends actually, and it is an honor to know that someone else has fully awareness of all these all the stuff from behind the curtains that not a lot of people want to talk about, like the Illuminati and all this other masonry shit. Big shout out to all my grandmasters. Love ya. Thank you so much. Appreciate. Um, but they know it's no gifts of fucking me though. You know what I'm saying? It's like you cannot tell me, and I'm talking about my own personal self, my own experience. You're not gonna tell me that what you all about is peace and unity and brotherhood and leading the nation and finding for the well-being of humanity and the future and whatnot, all these other mastery um lessons and stuff that some people get to learn without even being a mason or whatnot, just because again you was born around them and they know they're black sheets.
Yeah.
They know they're black sheets, like living the fuck alone type of guy that is like just he mean well. He mean well. Like, but he's the one that is like the most. That's how I consider myself. Like, listen, I love all my Masons from Switzerland and the Scottish Rite. They follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and I love y'all. And y'all know that I don't have no how can I say it, no allegiance. Like I'm not a Mason. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular Joe from the block. I'm just a regular Joe, but having family members and multimillionaires in the family and people in government places, it's like it gets to the point that you are so in tune of what is going on, like outside of the people's view, that I believe that that's what it makes me be me here in true crime. Like I'm aware of what's behind the curtain. You have seen the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
There you have it.
The
It's
best
only
thing
a ma-
about
it's
the
only
best
a
thing
make
about
believe.
opening that curtain and then realizing, you could be the wizard,
Right.
Because and a lot of this true crime stuff, man, people like I'll tell you, when me and Pia came into this, we didn't know it was gonna pop off, you know what I mean? Like it did.
Y'all doing
And
great. Let me tell you, Bob.
and the first thing that happened, I don't want to bring up this person's name, but we've been talking about it. This is kind of how we kind of
Go
got
ahead, shoot
acquainted.
away, Bob. Listen, you are mi casa, su casa.
Okay. Well, a lot of people thought Pia was a Michelle. We'll say it like that, but
Yeah.
so that's how we got acquainted with this person.
And I was like, who is that?
We didn't know who this was, and Pia was
Everybody's picking on her.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So we didn't understand it because we come in hot, you know what I mean? Like people were like loaded guns at our faces as soon as we came in,
Right.
talking about the whole thing. And we come in, like, hey, we're homies. We come in, nice. We come into the game
Respectful.
we come into the game kind of, I guess, gringo. You know what I mean? We come in kind of,
Hey,
we
yo,
come in fresh, you know?
we here in peace here, man. We good. We
Yeah.
want to smoke. Yeah, cool.
Right. We just come in. We were like new to the game. We come in very new. We didn't have any walls up. We weren't like trying to like fight anybody. We were watching other creators and going, hey man, you know, I understand that. I like what they're saying. I'm listening to you. You know, we weren't putting dirty comments in people's shit. We weren't spying on people. We weren't trying to cause any drama with anybody. And then it was like we got involved with some people and just shit rolled downhill kind of shit. And we just, I don't know, we kind of jumped out of that and just kind of been playing, you know, just doing our own thing. And it's like, you know, we do talk about Bryan Kohberger a lot. We're trying to break off into different things. We're trying to, you know, look at other cases, but it is interesting. And when we got into it, my biggest interest was like, I wanted them to find the murderer. I was like, yes, they found the murderer when they found Bryan Kohberger. I was like, yeah, they got him. I was for law enforcement. I kind of was that guy, like, oh yeah, I believe them. Yeah, they're doing work. They're putting in work or whatever. I wasn't vested in the case, like per se. You know what I mean? I was just like watching from a angle of a regular Joe looking at TV going, get him.
Like the spectator, you know, like let's see what's in here.
Yep. And I was just kind of, okay, they got the guy. Let's see, you know. And then when I looked further, me and Pia were both looking into it, and it was like she looked a little bit harder than me, you know. And I was just like, yeah, it's crazy. He, you know, there's no way he could have walked in there and did that by himself. There's all this shit going around, man. Like we live in Michigan, and like not too long ago, there was a huge shooting at one of the colleges here. And, you know, the guy supposedly didn't go to college, but there's so much college fuckery around the United States. You know, everybody knows it. You know, college boys are fuckheads. They do dumb shit drunk. They have to do these initiations to prove themselves to get into these fucking college, you know, with their homies.
I was a college boy for 9 months, though.
Well, you know what I mean? You know, a frat boy is what I meant to say. Frat boy.
No, but I mean, I was in college for 9 months, right? I'm a popular kid, the plug in college. In college, it's like, yo, you need to come here. You need to come to the yacht, man. Listen, my pop is gonna be outside of the island for a while. We need to come to the beach, man. We take the yacht out, you know, we get the female, you know what I'm saying? How rich Puerto Rican talk and shit. Listen, man, I spent the best 9 months of my life with Mason Juniors. And it was the most wild party that I have ever. Well, listen, I did good in my concentration of systems of information, right? I did great, A's and B's and shit. I know how to code programs and no problem. Even at this day today, I think if I start looking into, I could still do it. But shit, he's the fan. Listen, man. When financials take a hit, death in the family or death in the business in the hood, right? When shit he's the fan. Listen, man, I try to have my education and whatnot, but after 9 months in college, something out of nowhere happened. Funds got demonized. Like the funds went the fuck out the door. And I was like, Mama, I'm ready for the world. And here I am in United States since 1999. 1999. Cool. I celebrated the 2000s here. And shit.
Nice.
You remember the 2K shit when they said everything was about to blow up?
Y2K, yeah, I remember it very well.
Listen, I don't want to promote a drink occasionally, but listen, I drunk occasionally that day in New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Woo! Listen, I was like, well, if we all gonna die, then
right. I think I pretty much sat by my computer and waited for all my
Listen, typical American.
MP3
Listen,
files to
I was
delete.
outside. I was outside. I was in New Jersey. I was with the flag, like a superhero. I had the flag and superhero. I had a battle by me. My grandpa just died actually around the same time, so I was very emotional and shit. But listen, it's not a joke. It was people like myself out there that really thought that it was about to end in 2000s. Like I
Yeah.
was like 3, 2, 1,
Where's it at? Yeah.
and I hear nothing but the boom, 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 boom. I was like, well, this is how it's going to end. Because at that time I was already drunk. So listen, not advertising alcoholism. It was just social. But a little too much that day. Because again, I'm thinking everybody's gonna die. It's like, is this just serious for it? All right then, fuck it. I'm just drinking that day, my last day on earth. That's at least what I thought. But yeah, it's not no joke. It was people like me out there that really thought that by the 2K, everybody was about to be dead. And I was that day, I was
I'll tell you what scared me was 9/11. What happened, when the
hold on before we get that.
okay, sorry. I know I probably shouldn't have went there.
Hold on. No, before you go there, because I know we're gonna get into that one. That's gonna be a bigger rabbit hole.
Yeah,
And
true.
this is gonna be for a few more hours, which again I don't have no time limit on this one today because literally I appreciate you for being here because this is kind of like my comeback live stream after I put the main computer back together and stuff like that. I was having less quality for a while, so now that I have the studio fully going, you see, I don't need no microphone in front of my face. I don't need that. I'm just try to do some TV production shit. Why are we gonna have a microphone in front of me when I want you to see me? I don't want you to see the microphone.
Right.
Microphone is up here. You see, like right where it's supposed to be
Where it
outside of the
belongs.
frame. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's try to have some production value. Get the microphones away from your face, fellas, ladies and gents. Listen, let's do something new. Get your microphones away from your face. I don't know. You're doing it for production value. Some of those microphones actually don't work. Get them off your face. Just
Production.
smile. Just smile. You'll be all right. Get the microphone away. I know they're doing it for the podcast type of radio feeling, but it is, in my personal opinion, it minimized the production value because I'm not trying to be radio wavy. If my voice is radio wavy, okay, cool. Utilize the sound of my visuals, no problem. But I'm not gonna act here on my platform like I'm a radio personality or a podcast personality when true crime is bigger than that. True crime is movies, true crime is commercials, true crime is shows, true crime, like we cannot really just lock true crime within the podcasting because yeah, the podcasting value is pretty high right now.
Yeah.
But if people start utilizing their own platforms and YouTube to get a higher, when you get to know what is a higher value of production and the reasons why a microphone is in front of you or whatnot, you know, the visuals about it, the concepts, you know,
Yeah.
I want to give people right now like the feeling that you get to see right now. This is a regular Joe at his house kicking it with people, talking about true crime. Whatever he know, he know. Whatever he don't know, he won't talk about. But what you see is what you get. You
I
know
know
what
our videos are kind of like flashy and they are kind of
I mean?
produced and overdone and shit like that.
That's
Like
good. That's
I
good.
grew,
That's
I
good.
grew up I grew up a skateboarder, like so like that putting a tape in a VHS, a VHS tape and watching that and like seeing weird footage of skateboarding and the music
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
growing up like I'm a weirdo, like in a good way, not a weird way, but
Listen,
like so
sophisticated minds are always gonna be overlooked just because that word.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he a little weirdo, a little nerd. He a little
yeah,
nerdy,
yeah, nerd.
but they don't
Yeah, I'm
understand.
a goth nerd from way back.
They
But
don't understand that that's just is a vision behind the thought.
yeah, and
You know
like
what I mean?
I also want to be, respectful to the victims and to the whole thing, like because it is fucking real. The shit's real. It is real, and like it's real life. Unless I'm talking about something else like a horror movie or something. But the shit is real, and our voices are, my and Pia's voices on this platform. We
Sincere.
we have to, we have to be careful what we say, and we are sincere. We do care for the victims. We sit around and we think about these people that we don't know,
And what
we've
happened to
never
them.
talked to, and I place myself in, you know in the Idaho 4 case. I do put myself in Steve's place sometimes, man. I have daughters. I know I would be so upset if I lost my daughters in that way. And I understand that pain. I could put myself in that place, and I don't want to. I don't want to be there, but I do when I'm in this, when I'm here.
And in the same way, Brian's shoes, you can put
Yeah,
yourself in
I would
Brian's
never
shoes.
want to be in his position. I don't know his whole case. I don't know. There could be a bunch of shit going on behind the scenes, and I'm not trying to be all like,
There has to be stuff we don't
I
know
have a
because it's
question.
evidence.
I have a question that always is one of the questions I did not want to miss to asking y'all this question, because I asked this question to all content creators.
gotcha.
Um, when exactly when exactly you started paying attention to the Idaho 4 case? What was your timeline on when exactly the case caught your attention and you understood that you see some holes in what's going on in this case, that it gives you the feeling to start bringing up your thoughts and your attention to the case?
For me, I think when I first started paying attention personally was when they released the Banfield body cam footage of the,
Banfield footage.
yeah. And
Okay, cool. Good,
at
good,
that,
good that you mentioned that though. We'll get back to that on that, but go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
and I think at that time they were, see, I don't remember because it was right around. I think they already knew they were looking for the white Elantra or white vehicle.
Like it was
Um,
already a conversation about a suspect type of thing.
yep. And I remember like we saw the footage, and I remember clearly like saying to P, I'm like, look, there's a white car right in that footage. And she's like, no, that's the cop car. I'm like, what? What the heck? And like I don't think we realized, or I didn't realize personally, it was the actual cop car because it was an undercover cop car or whatever. But I think that's when I first started, like I got into that, was the Banfield footage. And then like after the I realized that he was arrested, Bryan Kohberger was arrested, is when I started looking into it more. And then when I realized they had like that he killed 4 people that he didn't know in 8 minutes, it just seemed like, without his background and kind of looking into the whole situation, I never like, I looked at it like from outside, like he's not guilty, he's guilty. But like as when I first looked at it, I was like, he's guilty, they got the guy. And then I started seeing all these pieces, like just seeing different little YouTubers here and there, watching little pieces, putting it together.
Well, I was gonna say I started getting interested in the case when I found out that they lifted the shelter in place just like hours after, but they didn't arrest anybody for like 6 weeks. And then when they arrested Bryan Kohberger, I couldn't believe that there's no way that one person was responsible for this, even if he would have come right through the door, just like any regular person would have who partied there and grabbed a golf club. I really don't think he could have gotten all 4 people all by himself without somebody trying to fight him off another person. So I started thinking like there are holes in the information with this case. and I couldn't take it anymore because I was watching true crime creators and they were like pulling at strings, and they were like, I love watching true crime, and I was like, these people are just like coming up with the
Before,
most far-fetched information and opinions. I couldn't even handle it. I wanted to give people who had like regular, like logical opinions a platform. Do you know what I mean? And at the same
Pia,
time, entertain them.
Pia, I have a question for you. So you did pay attention to this case like before the White Elantra?
Yeah, totally.
My question to you, back then, before any White Elantra and any other information, what you was hearing back then? What was your take? What was the beat around that time? What was the understanding? Again, this is right before any type of conversation about White Elantra and Bryan Kohberger. I believe that at this point we having both roommates, surviving roommates, both on the first floor, not hearing, not seeing nothing, sleeping through the whole thing. Because when the White Elantra and bushy eyebrows came out, was when Dylan Mortensen changed her alibi. Because that's a change of alibi. People don't understand that. Again, just because they have not promote you as a suspect, just as a possible witness, that doesn't say that you didn't change your alibi. Because your first alibi, again, even though you're not a suspect, you have to render information to authorities that becomes your alibi. That's your story. So your
Right.
alibi, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's really interesting that like any police officer or any kind of FBI agent would hear somebody who was claiming that they were allegedly present during the crime, would give you some kind of alibi, and then they would go ahead and change their story, and you're like, oh no, that's fine. They're not like covering their tracks or anything. Just, go about your day. You're good. You're clear. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. That there's no way.
And then is not just that, is the fact that if they wouldn't change the story, if they wouldn't allow her to change the story, they wouldn't be able to be where they are today.
Exactly.
Like in a way, have you ever heard about people that kind of like see things, not vision? Have you heard visionaries, people that actually has a vision, the people that is very easy for them to tell was A way before what was
Like a
B before A
premonition, you
is
mean?
that. When you use the word premonition, it goes to some other to some other side of the fence, but it's more of a vision. It's more of a that is very easy to see him coming.
Like an intuition.
Nah,
You're like, ah!
it's more like you see people coming, like, I don't know, how can I say it. Some people think that they are so smart that they are so dumb at the same time.
Yeah. I totally understand what you're saying.
So, and it's
Yeah.
like their ego, their
Like nobody's right
psyche.
but them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's like they're on the type of bubble that it's like they showing you the fuckery that they doing, and they swear to God they're gonna get away with the plot because no one knows.
Yeah.
exactly.
While we here just looking at it, like
I
taking
think it's
notes
a lot
and
of
shit.
small town, like,
It's a small town mentality.
yeah,
Yes, thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. I
Um,
see that
big
right off the rip. You know what
big
I'm saying?
time ballers from a small town
Yep,
that their power
yep.
within the local area, they think that extends outside of that. So whatever their make believe is within the locality. They think that other people outside of where their control spectrum is will be thinking just like these other people. When we looking at it like, you seriously try to get away with this shit. Like, I have people, and I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. I have people in the government looking at this shit like, is you serious?
They know.
I have
I think it's funny, like a
don't
lot of
fuck
the
with me. Hold on. I have a
you good.
I'm working on an interview that if I get that interview, guys, with local authorities from my area, and we're talking about the top dog, numero uno, number one detective of all in this area. If I get that interview, which I know for a fact, by the time I set it all up, I know I need answers. I'm not, he's not gonna know about the case that we are talking about because he cannot do that. Like he cannot, he cannot know that I'm telling him, like, listen, I'm talking about this one case. Because that gonna mess it all up. The whole setup of the organic product that I need, which is me sit there with the number one detective of the whole area, on my local area, and ask him simple questions about protocols and with this one particular crime scene. Again, I'm not gonna mention case because I cannot. I need this to be organic. By the time I bring the facts of this one case, I just want him to take me through what the steps to take, which I already know, but I want someone and with rank to tell everyone, okay, this is the results that we have of the crime scene. This is what we have. Now we have two roommates, surviving roommates in in this particular house for 7 to 8 hours with the bodies in there. They were inside of the house when the crime occurred, allegedly. That's the story, right?
Yeah.
And also, which again, I don't know if y'all know this, but it's confirmed that it was a party going on at the house before this happened. The exit and the party is over could have come up when the third floor started getting swept. The second floor got too handy with Ethan and Santa, and that's where the party broke out. It was people in the house the whole time, all the way until the cops got there. This is why they telling you that, yeah, it was people inside the house the whole time. Oh yeah, because I called my friends to come. All this, your friends was already there.
Yeah.
Well, all this story about all this. Listen, this is why in the title is WSU Kim News Story. Big shout out to Kim. Big shout out to Kim.
Yep.
Because she brought more stories that actually make sense. Big shout outs to her. Again, there's a lot of people that don't like in a way came to the niche and whatnot. Like, I don't care about what other people don't like her for. That's
Yeah.
really not a matter.
Same.
Because
Right.
over here, I'm just trying to have conversations. Especially if those people want to have conversations with me. Anyone that wants to come and have a conversation with me, I advise you to come and do so. You know, over here we have Harsh Reality. He come through the chat. Sleuty Goose. We have many other content creators coming and say hi. You know what I mean? Probably pretty soon, someday. Again, and I keep promoting it because it's worth to promote because the conversation is being already had. Big shout outs to Harsh Reality. We already spoke about having a show possibly before the end of the year. He's a busy man. I'm a busy man too, but you know where is a will is a way. Big shout out to Jeff H. Thank you for being here, buddy. How you doing? Big shout out to Jeff H. Um, so we don't know if pretty soon we're gonna come with some solid live streams like this one, which I appreciate Strength Suspicion and Bob to coming by. Um,
Yeah, thank you.
it's more coming because again the only thing that he had me a little bit like under the weather was not having my main studio computer. I have one, two, three laptops and stuff like that. The last one that the sponsors again, the viewers, the moderators and subscribers. I think that after they heard that that computer took a shit and I had to send it to the technician, a beloved group of moderators and subscribers drop a good amount in donations, and then I bought this one because I already had two laptops. I didn't want to buy another desktop 'cause that's more money to spend when I could just fix the one that just came back. But then I still needed something more strong, more a stronger laptop, which the only way that I could have done it was with a streaming laptop. So then that's way expensive too than a regular laptop. But again, the subscribers always come through and the donations come through, which I appreciate and clutch, you know, and that curve third strike. They came
Yeah,
through with a good amount of money, and thanks to ya, I appreciate. We got a fire laptop there, a streaming laptop, gaming laptop, and that's the one plugged in with hardwire type of thing, the big boy type of shit. But it's still not. It was not really like the type of quality that I was looking to, like to turn on my camera and just know that the picture is gonna be there, sound is gonna be there. If I play a video, it's gonna play smooth with high quality stuff. So it's way different when you play with the right toys to do your content. But going
yeah,
back to the Idaho 4, we was right there when talking about Dylan Mortensen when she changed her narrative around that time. So Pia, and going back to the question, when you started listening to this case, before the change, I guess the change of alibi from Dylan Mortensen, what you was hearing just in the air, just what was the conversation that you was listening to? You could actually say promote whatever content creator you was listening to and stuff like that. It's okay, it's cool. I'm cool with everybody. I'm cool with AR Hayes, you know what I'm saying? He had a discrepancy with me. I didn't have no discrepancy with him, and
Same.
one thing one thing
Yeah.
got to the other, and then we end up
Yeah.
speaking about it. He got butthurt about
Yep.
it.
Yep. We experienced that too.
He
Same
said,
guy.
he said if we ever had a discrepancy, to put his name on the title, and he pull up. I did that. I put his name on the title, put the link for him to pull up, and we could talk about it. I did that with
Yeah.
Rock Shock, so we could have killed like two birds at once. Like, listen, dude, what's your issue, and why you try to talk about uh you try to talk about people is against you or some shit like that? When ain't no one against you. Ain't no one against you. Again, the only thing that I guess he bought hurt him, it was one day that I was doing the live stream. That day was planned to be solo. I didn't want to have no one on the panel because it was the type of conversation that I was I was roasting someone. So if I'm roasting someone, I'm not trying to have backup because I don't need none. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to involve people on my beef if it's any. Like, if I'm roasting someone, I don't want that someone to say that, oh yeah, he was on the panel talking shit about me with this other person and
Well,
whatnot.
you have the right to say whatever you want. You know what
Right,
I
it's
mean?
my show. It's my show.
Right,
Listen, I'm the
it's your
exclusive
show.
producer. I'm the exclusive
Exactly.
producer. I'm the talent.
You're the
I'm
director.
I'm the promoter. I'm the researcher. I
That's
do
right.
everything myself, like scheduling. I'm my own boss.
Right.
So it's like,
You're your own
um,
HR.
so yeah, no, and we had already a live stream before the discrepancy. I have a live stream that we already spoke about, future plans about collaborations and stuff like that. Everything was cool. But then this one day I go live, okay? The link is there. He could come up right now if he's watching. Anyone could hit the link and come up. Jeff, if you want to hit the link, you could come up. Big shout outs to you. Anyone that want to come up, hit the link. It's ping on top. We could talk about it. We got Pia here, strange suspicion in the building today, showing love and support. Thank you so much, and we support strange suspicion, Pia and Bob, and it's an
Thank
honor
you.
to have it here today. But this one day he said, throw me the link. I want to come up and uh, big shout out to Jeff H. Joe. Good night, bro. Hey, it's always good to have you here, man.
Hi,
Welcome.
Jeff.
Yeah, good to see you, Jeff. Good night.
Um, So he said, throw me the link or whatnot. So yes, I ignore him.
That's the best approach, actually.
Yes,
He loves attention. Like he feeds off attention. You know what I
I
mean?
ignore him because I already knew that he did. He someday he got mad at someone. I already know his background, getting mad at people. And I don't know why. Why you mad at people? It's their channel. Like, chill. It's all good, right? We supposed to be all good, right? So if we all good, like why little kid shit, it gets you all aggravated for no reason. But
There's a lot of creators like that.
I already knew that he get mad at people that don't bring him up and shit like that. And I was like, well, I guess he gonna get mad at me too, because I'm talking my shit today about someone, and I don't want no one in here, and he should understand that. Even if I don't say nothing, he should understand that. So the thing is that I'm paying attention to the chat, because as you could tell, we do pay attention to our chat, even if we act like we're not looking at the chat. We know what's going on in the chat. It just is people need to understand that some content creators are focused on the message that they are gonna bring in that one particular program, and yeah, we fill enough space with the viewers. You know what I'm saying? We whatever space to show love and stuff like that. Hey, we go to the chat and stuff like that. But it's some content creators like myself that we try to focus on the message, on the mission in hand, on what we're trying to deliver. And yes, in the middle while we doing that, if we catch like comments and stuff like that, as you can see right now, I'm going through the old comments because we spent like an hour and a half without, you know what I'm saying, looking at comments. You're doing like a big introduction. My introductions go like for an hour and a half. Way before we get to the meats and potatoes. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But I say that to say this. He just got mad because I didn't want to nobody up there. Yeah, I ignore him. I did. I ignore him. That even when he said like, "Oh, I'm leaving, goodbye," I ain't even acknowledge that. Like,
Right? You're like, I didn't even ask you that.
listen. At this point, I cannot acknowledge stupid.
Yeah, there's no reason to.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of time.
It's like, how old are you?
Yeah,
If
he
you
tried
knew,
to.
if you knew better, you done better.
He got cute in some emails, and I said something to him in a comment, sticking up for Pia because he said some snide ass bullshit, and then I just dropped it. I just dropped it because like
this is naughty ass shit.
Wait, but AR didn't drop it.
No,
right?
no.
He kept
No.
coming back.
He kept coming back, and he still says some snide shit on the on the down low. He tries to like say some shit, and I it's good. It's all good. He can do that, and like I gave him props. I tried to talk to him back in the day when me and Pia got on some lives, and
he made a whole video about me. A.R. Hayes did. He said I was such a great creator, and he like told everybody to sub up to me. And then as soon as I mentioned Bob, he was like, "Who's Bob?" And I was like, "Bob's the other half of this channel. Bob does all the editing. Bob's my man."
Which is fine, and that's not the point. It was the point of him, getting all cute in emails and trying to like say some shit. And then, I
was trying to flirt with Pia. Let me find out who was trying to flirt with Pia.
No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that, dude. I know it sounds like
listen, fuck it, snitch on him, bro.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that. I would totally snitch on his ass. I would totally snitch on his ass. No, he tried to get cute, saying he said some sided shit to Pia. And I didn't like it.
But like being mean type of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he told
some real mean.
What was the roots of it though?
No, there was no.
You don't
roots.
have to say much, but if he's
he made his own roots. There was no hate. There was no hate. We never said nothing about him, nothing bad. The thing was, there was another creator that said something about us, well, Pia, on a live, and we supported this creator. We were down with this creator, and
we were kind.
We were kind to this creator.
Listen,
Tommy Jude, right?
Not Tommy Jude.
Oh, no, not Tommy Jude.
I'm on here for all the fuckery. Bring it home. Bring it home.
It was a true crime cult.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So he was on. The thing was, it was another creator. It was
Come on, keep it coming. Okay, keep it coming.
I'll give it. Fuck it, yeah.
Spill it, Bob.
So
let it happen, bro. I don't care who it is. Listen, I don't have no beef with no one, but we need to acknowledge the timeline and acknowledge the names in that timeline. It's okay. Yeah. It's good promo.
Okay. So right around the time when Swamp Rose got her channel back.
Boom, big shout out.
And so we popped in on her live because we were excited. We were like, oh cool, she's back. Let's check it out. So she had
by the way, who's Swamp Rose?
She's like
I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm just picking on her. I'm picking on her. Come on. She's on the timeline. We all know the names on the timeline when you look.
She's the one that fixes her hair all the time when she's
talking. She good, dog. She good. I'm just picking on her, dog. She's good. So shout out to Swamp Rose.
Oh yeah, we were
watching that, and Robert True Crime Cult was on there. And he was talking about how people didn't have his back and things of this nature.
Like in what? Like in what? Give me a picture of why he thinks that people don't have his back.
I'm not sure.
He said when he first started True Crime, he started making connections with channels, and then he didn't name anybody's name except my name. Yeah. And I was like, I was nothing but nice to him. And then he
but what it's all about mentioning names. It's okay to mention names of content creators. Yeah. I mean, even when you kind of like criticizing in a positive way, it's okay to mention the promo. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, I have this one guy, True Crime King. He been talking the most shit about me. He been giving me the most subscribers than anyone else. By the way, big shout out to True Crime King. Thank you for the promotion, bro.
Shout out to you, dumbass.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate, bro. Yeah, he 19,000. Hey, big shout out to True Crime King on his 19,000 non-active subscribers. Good job.
That's some fucking magic there, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 19,000, but he can't even break 1,000 views if he's not talking about me.
Oh, there's lots of creators like that.
If he's not talking about Drip Drop or not talking about Harsh or talking about me, he don't break 1,000 views. Check his live streams. He don't go live no more because all that shit talking about us people who's like, I already subscribed to them. Oh, but big shout out. Listen, we don't mind mentioning any channel here though. It's okay. Free promo. Talk about it. you know.
So
But yeah,
so
go ahead. Sorry for
me-
the interruption.
mentioning them too, we went in the comments, we got the comments sparked up, and we said, hey, we've been nothing, or Pia said, no, we've been nothing but supportive to you, True Crime Cult. What are you talking about? And
He's like, he misunderstood me.
well, no, he actually didn't say nothing. AR played.
Oh yeah, AR spoke for him.
AR spoke for him, so I spoke for Pia, and I said, like, what are you doing? Why are you puffing your chest out, kind of thing? Like, man, if I was talking about your wife, talking about AR's wife, which I didn't say anything. This is what I typed. I said, if I was talking about your wife, you wouldn't take kindly to it.
Yeah, that's below the belt, man. That's
and I
below
was
the belt, man. Come on.
Right, so it was like, put yourself in my shoes.
and that was in reference to
like
True
if
Crime
you
Cult.
gonna talk about me, but just leave my wife and kids alone. Like,
Right.
I could take the hit. It's okay.
And like,
yeah, but AR was like, now you're getting smart with me.
yeah, he kind
right?
of threatened me on some bullshit, and I'm like, whatever, dude, just whatever, man. Like, it ain't worth my time at all. And I ain't trying to start no true crime drama shit for you to talk about us and get all these people mad and blah 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 and try to like do all this shit.
Have viewers,
and then he
chat wars,
and then he immediately
moderators arguing with each other and shit.
Yep.
And then he immediately emailed Rock Chalk and asked Rock Chalk to apologize in his behalf to Bob and I. And she told him basically to get fucked. Like, she's not going to speak for him. He needs to give his own apology. And we never heard from him since.
Who's True Crime Cult, and why he call himself True Crime Cult? Why he try to be a cult leader in true crime? Like, I have seen videos.
I don't know.
Listen, I don't know.
There's no way.
I'm not sure.
Listen, I don't true crime discriminate.
Yeah, I don't either. We don't either.
But if you see, like me, look at True Crime America with Jrod Point. I changed like from Jrod Point, True Crime America. It's a name. It's cute.
Right.
It's catchy. It has some substance. And then I created what? True Crime Chat Rooms. It's cute. Nice name. It has a substance. But the names are self-explanatory. True Crime America. Jrod Point. Hi, how you doing? But then if we're gonna analyze, you call yourself True Crime Cult. I know we got a drip drop with the drippity drop. Listen, I don't have nothing bad to say about Drippy. That's actually, he's not drip drop for no more for me. I call him Drippy.
Yeah, he drippy. He's real drippy, for real.
It gets to the point. It gets to the point like he got such a high value production. He has such an impact to the community. Like, it's people watching what he's talking about and what he does on his channel. He has an amazing product. Okay, he has such an amazing product that he care more about the product that come forward to those true crime community that finance his product.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I totally understand that from where the information came from a source that no one likes.
Yeah, I don't hate the player. I hate the game.
Has no credibility, but he has the luck that came across of information that actually has substance about drip drop.
Yeah.
So then now, when drip drop decide to not come forward and have a conversation with his own community about the allegations of the type of person that, let's say, he was on his past, because we could give people the benefit of the doubt for whoever you was in your past. You have the right to become a better person. Okay, we understand that it's an allegation about child endangerment and all this other shit, but okay, it is the information don't say that the child died. The information don't say that you are a killer, or you are a perp, or The information don't say none of that. Like this is something that it came out to the light, and I believe, like I told Harsh Reality, we could have a conversation about this. Hell, he went and told Harsh Reality a story, and Harsh Reality came to me and said, like, well, I can't say that whatever he told me was the truth. I'm just saying what he told me, but I can't say that he, he's hiding the allegations and I want to talk about something that you could talk about if you actually understand. Stop being afraid of losing subs, thinking that people's gonna turn their back on you when you come forward. Like, well, even though the source of this information is a non-credible source, but he go, yeah, this is me. This is what happened in my past. Yes, I'm Drip Drop. Whoever I was in my past, that was my past. I'm Drip Drop now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He could have
Yeah.
had that conversation with the people because he's the true crime community that finance your living, that finance the concept in your show. You are who you are and are where you at because the true crime community put you there. So
Yeah.
at least you could come forward. Again, we're not talking about you did anything awful. Whatever you did in paper, you could talk about it and it's not gonna hurt you. It actually might be something they will bond with the community to a level that it's like, damn, he's connecting with us a little bit farther than where he was before this story came out. Damn, he's humanizing himself and connecting with that same community that support him. I feel that he could have this conversation, and even though, again, and I repeat, that the source is a non-credible source, but that non-credible source that no one likes brought substance on his name.
Yeah.
So when he decided to not talk about it, just act like that didn't even happen,
True.
and then keep uploading body cam footage, interview of crime footage, and stuff like that, avoiding the topic. And then when you bring topic about Idaho 4 and you come back, you don't even talk about the situation accordingly. Now you bring in a story about the Idaho 4 that don't have nothing to do with the case. So
Yeah.
how you want us to look at you, bro?
Nighthawk.
Someone that we look up to.
Yeah.
Go
Shout
ahead.
out to Nighthawk.
I don't want to get too deep
Shout out
because
to Nighthawk. Go ahead, bro.
I don't want to
Yeah,
get
I
too
was gonna
deep
say
on it,
something too,
but
but go ahead.
I've been putting some brain cells together in the last month or so,
Big shout out to Nighthawk.
and so Drip kind of gaslighted us
Yeah,
about a month or two ago, maybe 3 months ago,
or someone did.
and we noticed he had one moderator at the time. I don't want to go. I don't want to. I might be telling people's secrets. I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, you're at home, bro. Bring it home, bro. Bring it home.
So-
This is the place. This is the place to be, bro.
So we think one of his moderators was in his ear about us and maybe emailing them under false pretenses as us.
Oh, look, and we had this content creator try to be like you.
Yeah, shit like that.
Well, saying that we were like
I'm sorry, Pia.
No, go ahead, babe.
But when Pia first started, she got a lot of flack for that, and she actually reached out to Drip Drop, and he reached out back and said, "Hey, man, I don't think you are copying me at all."
Yeah.
He's like,
He said, I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea. Enjoy the process of YouTube. Have a great time. He's like, I like your content, I think he even said. And
yeah,
we were like, oh man, cool. And we left it at that. We
And-
weren't riding his jock. We weren't trying to get clout. We weren't.
But we came to his premieres and he chatted with us like no issue, nothing at all was wrong. And then all of a sudden one day I was chatting and I told Bob, I was like, what's up? My chat's not up there. And he's like, what? I'm like, it's on my phone, but it's not on the screen. And so I was muted and I was like, what the hell? So then I was like, what did I ever do to him? And then one of my mods reached out to
We had a paying membership.
yeah, we had a paid membership actually for months, and he only put our name in the credits 1 week of that like 4-month period, and
Which
we
is
were
whatever,
still,
but-
which is whatever, but we were paying him like $15 a month. And when this happened, he just muted us, like nothing, was still taking our money, whatever. And one of our mods reached out to him and he said, I don't appreciate people who talk badly about me and don't defend me. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. And then he came out with that short, right? And it was that clown getting burned. If you look at that short and you look at the return address, it says clown something. It was sent from a freaking, he
He
bought it
tried to
from
make
like,
it. He tried to make it look like you send him like that broken clown.
I don't know who sent him that, but I'll tell you what, like he ordered it. It's right there. If you look at the return address, it says it's from clown something. He's like, I don't know who sent this, but if you look at the return address, it says it's from clown, probably like Clown Warehouse or something. I have no idea.
He tried to make it sound like his life is in danger. Why?
Yeah, and the only time I ever said anything bad about him was because he always says stuff like, you can find me on the Cash App. And then he was saying he lives in Canada. Well, guess what? There's no Cash App in Canada, so I don't know what that's about. I don't know why the lying, why the like manipulating of people's feelings and like trust in him and trying to get more content in the wrong way. And then I started looking at like the video descriptions and it's hashtag psychology. You know what I mean? It's like he's like got people watching him and they're gonna believe anything he says. So
But again, this is where it comes like the part of the cult. Like, listen, this is not a far from reality. But again, it's like that one guy. Again, I don't know the guy. Big shout out to him. You know, it's okay what everybody want to do with their concept. Do you? I just, again, you know, I always gonna have something to say about it. You know, hey, shit, people got shit to say.
yeah,
about
and
it.
we
I don't have
always
shit to say about people.
we
But
always came with a real supportive and very sincere vibe to him. I don't know who would have said that we didn't. Like,
but it's like you know,
right away when he turned like that, I turned right back. You know.
Well, the person
I
that was
see. Go ahead.
the person that was his moderator,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
was in our chat, and we were like, "Oh yeah, we
On
know."
our panel, right?
Yeah, and we are like, "Oh yeah, we know you from Drip Drop." Blah 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 blah. And
Next thing you know,
I've done the maths, and I've been doing the mathing and articulating over here, and I honestly think it was Michelle undercover
deceiving Drip Drop.
deceiving like Drip Drop, saying shit about us, saying about other creators, getting in his ear because she was a straight up blue wrencher on his channel, and this was like 4 months ago or something like that, and that's when we were blocked. Drip Drop was like basically gaslighting us. He said something we thought, Pia thought it was instantly about us in one of his videos.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that.
no, calm down. He ain't talking about, I was doing like, just calm down. He wouldn't do that. Well, he said, isn't it strange when people start, you know, he was throwing all this weird shit out.
He said there's a small content creator that just began a channel and they are the actual FBI. And then he looks at the camera and he goes, isn't that strange? And I was like, oh shit, here it goes. Everybody's gonna think I'm in the fucking FBI. Are you serious?
So what? It's okay. Shit,
right? Let them think whatever they want.
And I don't.
As long as they don't think you broke, it's okay.
Right.
And we never bid onto that. We never made any videos about Drip Drop. We never made anything like in rebuttal to that. Like we never were like.
We just want them to figure it out.
We did notice though. We made a little kind of like it was a members type video where we did an unboxing, and we talked about an unboxing, and it was weird because like I ain't saying nothing, but right about the same time he talked about an unboxing video
right after,
and it was like kind of a couple things. We talk about something, he talked about something. It just got really strange, but I don't know. I still like Drip Drop. He is cringy. You know, I like what he did. You know, I understand the hustle. I like the hustle. I don't like where he's taking it so much now to where he's like cocky and arrogant And
shoving this play button.
Like
in.
it's like that was supposed to be a come to a come to reality, a come to Jesus about he getting exposed about his past and whatnot, and that he's not from Canada and all these other stuff. Like
yeah,
it's like he's acting like, okay, so I didn't lost no subs and I still got people supporting me and whatnot. So I'm just gonna act like that didn't happen. It's gonna go away. But then what about
It's not the views and not the victims.
if that same content creator comes across some other information and information about him keep coming? What he gonna do? He just gonna keep ignoring? Like, is the community gonna keep ignoring? It is, for example, let's put it like this: the community is ignoring the allegations because they are a solid fan base. I believe when you call your entity a cult, you automatically are calling in people that relates with the cult mentality.
yeah,
It's a psyche to it. Okay. He's another one. He's a cult leader. He won his subscribers to idolize him like he's a god, like he don't do no wrong. He
Right,
wants loyal fans as a cult. That's why the other
right. But the thing is,
the
But
other
the thing is, like,
go ahead.
he used to be so like, I thought he was really intriguing in the way that you don't know who the hell that is, but he's trying to be like everybody else, meaning like he's not old, he's not young, he's not ugly, he's not attractive, he's just a face on a screen, which I thought was cool, and it sounded like he was for victims or whatever, and then it became about views, and then it became about his play button, and then it became about you need to watch this over and over. You need to give me money. I need subscribers. So I started looking at the numbers and I was like, this guy doesn't need anything. He makes plenty of money, probably more than everybody here right now put
Yeah,
together.
he's a good manipulator. He
Yeah,
is.
and that's
He's a
not cool
good.
because when you're supposed to be standing up for victims and you're in a genre of YouTube where you're being an advocate for things that are going wrong and being corrupt and trying to find justice for victims, it should have nothing to do with the play button. It should have nothing to do with some sending you cash app. None of that. It just makes me feel like, dang, I can't believe I used to watch that guy. You know what I mean? Like it makes me
Yep.
feel like bad about that.
and you're right, Jrod. I personally would have had more respect for him in that situation if he would have handled it how you were saying. You know
Just
what I
come
mean?
forward. That's it.
And
Yeah.
like,
It's not none of those things. You're not a killer. You're not a pedophile.
you know,
You could
Right.
talk about it. And even if you was one of those, I believe that to try to not to salvage your career, you're gonna give some type of speech about it
Yeah.
to try to salvage if you actually care about what people think about you. But it's not cool, like Amy
y-
Khan would say, it's not cool that you say you are pro victims and that your
Yeah.
content is because you're investigating these cases to bring resolution to these cases pro victim. So you're giving yourself a look, and then these allegations come and you could even bring them forward. Like, okay, I understand that you would have give clout to that one content creator and you didn't want to acknowledge that because then he would have more gas to keep coming back. And again, I understand that tactic we actually worked because that other content creator stopped putting content on Drip Drop Forest as any
yeah,
personal findings and whatnot.
yeah,
Okay. But then another thing, that other content creator gotta get back because then Drip Drop put out
yeah.
the
Think about it.
information about him being a dopey and getting a DUI, and he had to snitch for the DUI to go away and shit like that, and all these other shit that he don't want to talk about. But they both got exposed,
Yeah,
and again, one is ignoring the facts and keep putting content and not talking about it, and then so then now we feel that he's using the true crime community that put him where he's at. he's using them and not even giving them closure about that information that come out. But it seems that his own community don't even care about that.
Nope.
No.
And that's why he just keep going, not saying nothing, just taking advantage of the power of influence that he has with his community, which again is blindly as a cult. Because again, their leaders don't do no wrong.
And the irony is they don't even know.
Yeah.
So
They don't even know.
And then but they both got exposed. And then here's the thing: who cares about his personal issue that he don't want to damage his brand? Referring to those issues. Okay, who cares about that? Now let's talk about the content that you bring into the table. His very last two videos, he's talking and putting the Idaho full title to his content, and what he's talking about don't have nothing to do with this case at all. He does his commentary, he does his editing, his music, everything that he does. Like he put together a whole movie to make people believe that what he's talking about in those very two last videos about the Idaho Fall had any substance with what happened to these four young adults. And that actually I see that is not cool. Because you making it's like you creating content from a philosophy that again doesn't have nothing to do with this one particular case. Again, if he said that Bryan Kohberger is innocent like he think he said he is, why you bring that situation and the someone got hit with your car and that young lady and whatnot that she was really drunk. Everybody could tell that she was drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes her.
You should fucking college student. You're supposed to be fucking smart, not looking this dumb. Yeah, you drunk.
Yeah,
You,
and
you,
you
if
know,
you wasn't drunk, you'd be like, well, listen, hold on, guy. Let me call my dad and this and that. We gonna stop this shit right here. And all these other shit. They took you even to the police station. Get the fuck out of here.
yeah, and
Yeah, you drunk.
when he started the Idaho 4 case, he also said that Dylan was welcome to come over to his house for a sleepover. He made it like all about like Dylan being attractive. Do you remember that, Bob?
He's kinky
Yeah, it was
though.
creepy.
He's creepy. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
That's like that's like why did he even bring
you
that
know
up? What does it
you,
matter
you
with
know
him?
that in the movies you always have the, because again I believe that this one part that they said about the case they got it out of the movie. It's always someone in the movie that is gonna kill you, but before he does, he said, "Don't worry, I'm
Yeah,
here to help your pain."
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They got it out of the movie, the Hollywood
Yeah,
movie
like
book.
who
So
wrote that
fuck
part?
out of here. That's what I'm saying. It clad in black. It clad in black.
Well, it's weird. We just the other day we watched Bryan Kohberger's sister's movie, Amanda.
Yeah,
We watched her, we rented that off of Prime
Amazon.
Video 2 days back.
Any
I,
good?
I I don't know. I watched it.
From 1 to 5 stars.
I'll give it like a 2.5. But
But the
I
similarity.
watched it 3 times because I was
respect
really
that.
interested in it. I wanted to see it. So in that story, I mean, I'll tell you what his sister basically is. She's a friend with these other college students. They're college students, and they're trying to stop these forester lumberjack guys, I guess, from cutting down these trees or something. I don't know. It was I lost me there in the plot. It was a very weird plot. But so they go out in the woods as a group. There's like 4 kids. One of them's Bryan Kohberger's sister and a couple other actors or whatever. And then there's the lumberjacks or whatever. Well, the friends in college start passing away, and they find one of the college friend guys down in this ravine, and he's got this insignia carved in his chest, kind of like some letters or something, like a weird symbol. Anyway, well, I mean, it was just one of the lumberjack guys was the killer. It was the story was real bad, but like some of the similarities where the college thing, it was weird because like the friends were dying in the woods and they weren't calling the police or trying to get out of the woods to call the police. So that was kind of a weird similarity with the, I'm stretching here and I'm not saying it's anything.
Is literally saying that the college life is a trap.
Yeah. And like,
It's like saying the vandals are all trapped in that life. Like let's say again, we're talking about isolation,
yeah,
isolating, and
true.
passionate. So that means that they isolate their own members, and they will literally sentence to death on a spike.
Now
And seeing that the opportunity was just right, because Dylan Lord Kiely, which it was the main target. Okay, we could disagree with that if you allow me, it's okay. But
okay.
the target, in my understanding, with what I have put together, was Kiely all along. All the other three, they have to die because they will snitch. This is within. This is
Yeah.
within. This is the only reason why you have to kill the other three people closer to your main target. And let's say it's due to whatever reason it gets you to pass judgment and execution on these four victims. If the same reason, let's say if it was in this case, what is the conversation in Moscow, Idaho, that big secret that he was told there, Kiely told Adam. It was not Maddie, because there's a lot of people confused saying that Maddie was the one talking to Adam on the bar, and then Kiely asked Maddie, what you told Adam, which it was the whole opposite. I don't know how and when people got it the opposite, but it was Maddie asking Kiely, what did you tell Adam? And Kiely, you could tell it's Kiely's voice. I told Adam everything. Oh shit, they're gonna get you for that. But then the people you saying is gonna get you for that is your own fucking voice. And then Kiely heard that. This is why Kiely was nothing but in the phone the whole fucking
Like the
time,
whole time.
because she
Yeah.
knew something was wrong. This is what the theory about having Ethan and Santa and their friends and the girls that he won in the celebration of life on the podium, they were all there. And Peyton came and gave Kiely a hug, and the people that he was going around, it was Ethan and Santa and their people, their friends. So I believe that at some point of the night, Kiely got freaked out while probably on the phone with Jack the Court, because then now things are developing. Okay. Now the secret is out. Now she tried to take Jack the Court's temperature at the same time she's calling for a 911, because then now this one motherfucker just told me that they gonna get me for this. The people that he's telling me that they gonna get us for this is his own people, which he's part of.
That's the other thing too.
So
That's the other thing.
he's literally a representative of the group of friends that we are talking about. Just give you the message, oh, you're dead.
Yeah, that's the other thing though that got me interested in the case was when I was like, that's it. When she said that, when she said, or when he said they are gonna
They're
get you
gonna
for
get you
this.
for this. Oh,
They is not one person. That's not Bryan Kohberger's a he. He's not a they, as far as I know.
and the
So
only thing that Kiely could have told Adam, again, remember, she believed that that's her last night there.
right.
She just broke up with him for no reason. Her mom told the whole world she was just being a brat. She was supposed to get back together and marry.
Right.
Her parents put that out there. Olivia Goncalves, way before mom and dad vowed for Jack Decor. Olivia Goncalves vowed for Jack Decor way before her parents did. A video came out, got taken down.
And he was very quick to cover his tracks. He was very quick to be like,
Do you remember what I said about?
please.
Do you remember what I said that I put the video down? Because I was talking about who's your baby daddy.
Yeah.
Why are you putting your neck on the grinder for the ex-boyfriend of your sister to the whole world to see? Way before cops clear everyone.
That's a good question.
Because she made that statement way before the cops clear everyone. Way before Jack Decor had to come with an alibi because he lawyered up. This is why another thing I want to talk to WSU Kim. Big shout out to WSU Kim. We have mad love for her. Mm-mm-mm. We want some WSU Kim conversation. We love that female. We want to talk to WSU Kim. This is why I put her on the title. That's why the link is there. I would love to talk to her.
We would too.
She said that Jack Decor. We got the footage. We got the footage. Sponsored and brought to you by Rock Chalk.
Yep. Yep.
She said that Jack Decor didn't lawyer up.
She did say that.
Bullshit. I get allergic. Big shout out to WSU Kim. Big shout out to WSU Kim. The first thing that everyone did was lawyer up and no one spoke.
Yeah.
Everyone, listen, everyone left right away. Everyone left right away. I love having conversations with people that say that they know more than what they say that they know. I love that. I love that because again, then now we about to find out what knows what you know, what I know. Because then, if I had spoken with Moscow PD everything that I know, and they went we up the opposite way, cool. And I told them this is what you're gonna do before they did it. It's okay. Because when I did communicate with them the first time, the second time it was a follow up with Captain Dillinger. Big shout out to him. The third time it was with Brett Payne. Big shout out to him. But the first time
Big
that
shout
I
out.
spoke with him, it was me literally fucking with him. Literally letting them know, like, dude, that was right after they cleared everyone. Actually, my call was instigated because they cleared the same people that I'm telling them that are the suspects. That's what encouraged me to call, because then that was like, oh, you try to make this case go cold, do you? Then when you realize that you couldn't just stay hush and just act like, oh, this shit didn't happen and just go in the sunset and shit. Oh, now you have content creators up your ass that will talk about the same shit that they just told you. The worst part about it that the worst nightmare are coming in fruition. Their worst nightmares. What I told them exactly that it was about to happen is coming right back to them in their face. I was so happy when I see Brett Payne talking in court. I will have my popcorn. I have my pop. Over here in Ohio we call soda this drink soda is pop. Call it pop over here.
Yeah, it's
I
pop
have
up there too.
I have my popcorn. I have my Mountain Dew. I was just chilling and willing, and I'm listening to Brett Payne eating all the fucking words that he gave me.
Yeah, he didn't even know his name that day, I don't think.
he all the confidence that he talked to me, that they were on top of everything, that J-Rob, believe me, everything is good, da 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 da, all this other shit. It's like, oh yeah, he talked very confident. Listen, by the time the conversation of me and him was on, I was appreciating him for everything he was doing for this case. I was like, sir, let me tell you, I appreciate you for everything you're doing for this case and for the service that you have given for our nation, sir. We commend you for that. You deserve everything good to come in your way, and it was a pleasure talking to you. Bullshit. I literally said that. This guy, that one day, he made me trust him. He's very good in what he does.
Yeah.
For 1 week second, and I think it was when I got excited when he said that he gonna invest something that I already know through Captain Dillinger that he's already supposed to be investigating. It's just that fucking proof. In the same way, they just brought some files and dust them off and brought them to court a day before. In
Yeah.
the same way, I know for a fact that the information that at least Santa, because again, I have not had no chaplain coming and confirm to me that's my son. But I could confirm Santa because her own mother said, that's my daughter. So when the mother confirmed, that's my daughter in that footage, and we could get a Apple Pay receipt out of that grub truck from a transaction, they have the warrant for Apple. So they cannot tell me that they don't have any Apple transactions that happened that morning or that night to that morning. They cannot say that because the Apple Pay, when Santa paid for her food, they pinpoint Santa at the grub truck way after Maddie. Like Santa was waiting for her food at the same time the girls was waiting for their food. The girls left from the grub truck at 1:58. Me and the moderators timed that shit. Like we watched the whole film, 8 hours plus of it. And we time it because the guys on the camera said, okay, it's 10 o'clock. Click, time started. As soon as they said it's 10 p.m., we put the stopwatch to roll. By the time, and I was so witching that I was wrong. I was telling guys, I'm about to flip the fuck out if I'm right. Everybody watched that live stream. That was on the channel that got terminated. That was one of my biggest live stream. The girls left the grub truck by 1:58. And we confirmed that it was bullshit what Dylan was talking about, that everyone was at the house at 1:45. That was bullshit. We called bullshit long time ago. I told Moscow PD long time ago that was bullshit. Because the timeline that I was giving them, it was the time of kill between 3 and 4. I believe by 2 o'clock, the word was already sent. By 2 o'clock, what Chaplin's mother is saying, she don't want to say, she don't want to give the jewels, but when she needed to get something out of her chest to comfort herself. When she said at 2 o'clock it was the darkest hour, 2 o'clock was the darkest hour. 2 o'clock was when it was decided the death of these people. How she know? Ask Hunter and Macy.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Because they know. Big shout out to WSU Kim. Big shout out to WSU Kim. Because thanks to WSU Kim, we all found out that all the students in the locality of the University of Idaho knew what happened in that house hours before the authorities knew. The Snapchat was on fire. The Shapnak. Listen, by the time WSU students got word of, all the vandals knew about it. If all the vandals knew about it way before WSU students knew about it, in the whole other state.
I have a question for you, Jrod.
Go ahead, shoot it.
Okay, so all of these students knew about this. Does that make you feel like, how could they all know about it unless one or more of them was involved in it? Does that make you feel like that? Because that's how.
Remember, for the vandals to decide to kill multiple people, the leaders have to be okay with it. That's if they even mention it before they did it. Because you have to pass judgment in that group. If I think you know. Yeah. You have to ask for the green light to do something like this for them to have your back.
Or you have to be asked by somebody.
Or you are so high on the top of the food chain that you know for a fact you could get your own foot soldiers, get it done, and just because they'll know you and your foot soldiers, which is now a group, we could be multiple, not just fraternities, but sororities involved in a plot to kill these 4 young adults for whatever reason that is. And believe me, that reason is personal and sentimental.
Right.
It's so embarrassing that this is why they're making this whole big history of this death. Because they don't want to talk about this death came out of something pathetic. From a lost soul. Someone that couldn't take a fucking loss. Round up the troops, and you know what, we could do it. The easy part is knowing that they could do it. Because no one around the block is gonna say a fucking thing due to is them. Is vandals business. Right, it happens here and it stays here. And you know what? If they didn't have the green light to do it before they did it, by the time they did it, this is where the 7 hours to 8 hours come across. Because now that's a damage control, the chaos control comes apart. Because then now you're not gonna tell me, okay, you did it. Now you have to inform all you heads of your fraternity and sorority. Okay. That's a must do. That's not even written on a book of rules, but that's an unspoken rule of fraternities and sororities overall. In the same way they don't put in a handbook that you sign that you must and better not mesh with the locals outside of the university. They don't write that down, but they tell you on the meetings, do not match with the locals. It's a no-fly zone for locals within the premises of the University of Idaho and surroundings. It's a no-fly zone. Anybody could tell you that. Anyone that is not a vandal, that doesn't, anyone that doesn't live in that block is Greek life people. It's a whole community. The news station people said it. This whole community is a Greek life community. Everyone that is here belong to the Greek life community. So you know for a fact they protect each other. They know for a fact that any outsider, they're gonna look into it and it's gonna be noted.
And what if they don't? Does something like this happen?
You know, again, what I'm trying to say, and if they did it without no green light, they knew for a fact that as soon as they call the representative in the fraternities and sororities of whoever is involved and whatnot, they're gonna pass that along to the university staff, chief of staff, and the dean, and now Scott Green is gonna get involved. They have to. They cannot deny that. Listen, you know, do you remember that someone from the staff, I think it was a teacher, so a TikToker?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She was a professor. Yeah.
Where's my lawsuit? Where's my lawsuit when I'm literally been telling the whole world for the past 2 years that I know for a fact because I know about fraternities and sororities protocols. This is a must do. When anything criminal occurred, way before you mom, dad, anyone, your friends, and by the time they called their friends about it, it was because the whole university staff knew about it.
Yeah.
Scott Green, you're not gonna tell me Scott Green in the between those 7-8 hours. You're not gonna tell me Scott Green was not on site inside of the crime scenes, probably pissed off and cursing the fuck out of everyone. Now I gotta fix all this shit for y'all motherfuckers. You're not gonna tell me y'all didn't heard that.
I heard it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, people say like, "Oh, Jrod, you creating the whole movie better than Howard Blum." Yes, I know, because I know the fucking truth. Why you think these motherfuckers don't dare to sue me? Because they know that in discovery, I will fucking devour their fucking case. Because then now all their fucking phone records and every other communication need to come out. Okay, you think I'm talking shit about you? Oh, you said that you were not there? Let's take a look at your technology. Let's take a look at your Apple Watch, because you know you had it on you. Let's see if you think that you know because you billions of dollars. Let's see if you think because you grand masonry. Let me see if you think that you could play this out in court. Because I've been teasing the fuck out of them. I've been teasing the fuck out of them. Not just calling Moscow PD, but here putting it, and I think that the live streaming has 2,000 views already, and I didn't even put half an effort on Scott Green. But yeah, I'm trying to make sure that they know that I know what they did. Because this is all a plot to save the reputation of the University of Idaho and the fraternities and shit. Because heads are gonna roll just because they protecting the kids. Just because fucking young adult couldn't take a fucking loss. There's no reason for these 4 young adults to die. I don't care. I don't care what reasons they took up on to think that they are judges and executioners.
Yeah.
I don't care whatever they thought. But all this story about Bryan Kohberger, they knew from the very beginning it would not work, and they still went for it because that was all they had. They already killed Kopaka.
Yeah.
That was their first man that they went for.
Oh.
Wyatt Elantra, knife lover, PTSD from war, a veteran. He said the only problem that they have is, again, y'all militaries too. Y'all know that a purple heart means a lot. I believe when Brett Kopaka knew that his own boy, Payne, was outside with Fry, outside of jurisdiction, they crossed state lines.
Yeah.
When Pullman has SWAT team and got enough force. Listen, Moscow PD got 32 to 35 officers. That's split into what? 2 shifts? 3 with 30 plus? But now you're gonna tell me that Pullman, that is way bigger than you, they have a bigger force than you. Pullman is gonna call you to come across state lines to take care of situations that don't have not a fucking thing to do with Moscow. Kopaka knew that he was about to get set up for this shit. I believe that they told Kopaka with a smile on the face, you either cooperate or we're gonna shoot you. Because he was no reason for them to fuck with him that day. Kopaka was going through bullying and gang stalking. He was already chosen after those 4 young adults died. I believe that he was the first chosen as a posse for this case. It was only 2 people from Pennsylvania outside of Moscow. They wanted someone with no type of connection, with no one. And it's the same thing that is gonna come and bite them in the ass.
Yeah, credibility.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna
Yep.
try to get the focus away from Moscow, away from the 90 white Helantras that you have with permission to park at the University of Idaho. You're not just clear the whole inner circle of killers. Now you clear the 90 plus white Helantras inside of that university with permission to park within the years that you said the suspect car was. You clear everyone. You clear even the other white Helantras running around Moscow, Idaho. You are a fucking amazing force of law enforcement. How the fuck you do that?
Yeah. They would have been better off looking up a pedophile that lived around the area and charging them. You know what I mean?
Everyone hates him.
Yeah, I would have
Their
believed
own
that.
locals want to burn him to the stake.
Yeah, that would have been more believable and more a bigger story, honestly.
But
In my
you pick two people from Pennsylvania. They both have white Helantra. The white Helantra narrative, we still don't know from where it came from.
right. Yeah,
At this
like
day today, because remember, it came out when Dylan Mortensen changed her alibi from being on the first floor, not hearing, not seeing nothing, to being on the second floor, hearing and seeing things. And now the bushy eyebrows came out, and then a possible white Helantra comes in play. What some people said that it was a whole different brand of vehicle in the beginning. Okay, cool. I
and
never heard that, but some people saying it. So all right, cool with that. But focusing on the white Helantra, the only people with that we did confirm that it has a white Helantra is Jack DeCourse, and it's on his dad's name. Is the only person that we could send the immediate suspects that it has a white Helantra. The only difference that white Helantra, for what I heard, it has a sunroof.
yeah, I've seen a
This
video of it
this
turning around. Something.
Kohberger don't have no sunroof.
Correct.
So you clear friends, haters, lovers, roommates, family. You clear everyone in a week. And then by the second week, now you have, after my conversation, now you have Dylan Mortensen changing her alibi from being in the first floor to the second floor. So now you bring in eyebrows, and you bring in a white Helantra from where? The only thing that I could think is, again, due to the authorities and Scott Green know the names and what occurred that night. This is why the white Helantra come across, because then now you have proof, not just with the DNA upstairs that Jack Decor was there and you hiding it. Also now you have footage coming outside with that white Helantra zooming out of the area, and you hiding all that information because you know who's the killers. If you don't know the truth, you cannot fabricate a lie and a story that is gonna vinculate someone else. You know why? You wanna know why?
Let me know why.
You can't fabricate a case without knowing the truth. Because if you fabricate a case without knowing the truth, while you fabricating that case, you could actually expose the truth.
Right. That The
because
truth.
you don't know the truth. So whatever you creating, you don't know if you're gonna hit right on the bullseye. Because then now you're creating a story around a story, make believe. But knowing the truth and knowing where you have to get the focus away from isn't the only way that you could get away with this. The problem is that is the only thing that is attaching Jack the Code to this crime scene is the DNA in that room where the bodies was right next to Kohberger's. Okay.
Yeah.
Because here's the problem. They have to find a way for them in court. They're gonna have to find a way, okay, to explain how Kohberger DNA got there. Because after it comes out that Bryan Kohberger didn't even cross state lines, the whole thing is gonna blow in their face. Because if you can't prove that he entered that residence, how the DNA got there? Oh, heads are going to roll. Because then now you have DNA besides the one that you created and you focusing on the one that you created because you protecting the two DNAs inside of that room. Who you think it might be? Am I a Jack and a Jake? Might sound familiar.
Yeah.
Because again, we don't know the gravity of that secret. We don't know if she just wanted to tell Jack the Court the reason why she left him for no reason, because she thought that she would be alive to live another day. Why she's all over the phone, knowing that he has Satan walking right by her. She run away from one, but then the other one was just waiting at the house. This is make like the most sense of all. Jack the Court. We have John Jack Showalker that, let's say, if he don't have nothing to do with the killing, but he knew about it.
Yeah.
And his family work in the DA office. They all took off. They all took off. Again, big shout out to WSU Kim that she also confirmed that after that happened, everyone left and never came back. Jack Decor, he went on tour, right? Oh, he bought or rented an armored vehicle.
Yeah.
If
See
you
that?
don't if you don't own nothing, you don't fear nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
I
but
mean,
you know that Steve Goncalves and his family will light you bitch ass up if it gets confirmed that you fucking did it. And you scared that Steve Goncalves and family will find out that you actually did it. And you know it's gonna be bullets up your ass, and at least Kiely will get justice. Because that family is about that. Big shout out to the Goncalves. It's a family that you shouldn't fuck with. Is the Goncalves family. You shouldn't fuck with them. And I believe that what they know today, and this is why they have not come out with anything, because they don't know nothing. Again, authorities are not talking to them. The only thing that they get is out of whatever private investigators and their lawyer. They don't know a fucking thing neither. So whatever story they bring into the Goncalves is the story from the news media outlets. The only thing that the lawyer and the private investigators could get for them is the narrative of the news media outlets, because they hiding that the vandals killed their vandals. So of course they're gonna be lost. We know for a fact that Steve, in the back of his head, he know that Jack did it. You see that look when Jack the Court was hugging his wife. You see that look on the stage and the celebration of life. Everybody know that look. I seen that look when he looked at him like, "Get the fuck away from my wife."
right.
I believe that he know that Jack and his boys did it. probably with the help of Dylan too. We cannot get these people out of the pot just because Moscow PD said they clear. We didn't see no investigation. We didn't see no timeline of any that okay, now this is our suspects, immediate suspects, ex-boyfriends, roommates, all this shit. This is by default. Default. Any murder investigator will tell you by default the closest persons to the victims are the suspects until we investigate and get to the bottom that they didn't do nothing. But no, you're gonna clear everyone with what? An interview and face value? Oh no, I was slipping. And that's it. Oh, you ain't even talk to them. This is the part that I want to talk to all WSU Kim, because this is the part that it gets interesting. Big shout out to WSU Kim, because they never talked to Jack Decor. That was all through his lawyers. The Jack Decor did a polygraph. Bullshit. Where is it? Oh, it's on seal. Bullshit. Why Jack Decor is gonna pull himself through lie detector and all this other shit when he don't have to? He didn't do nothing, right? He didn't do nothing. As soon as they heard his narrative that he was sleeping and got confirmed by his friends through lawyers, cause no one was in town, through lawyers, they took it up on face value because this is the targets that we already know we're gonna protect. So it's no fucking discussion. They already know who they're gonna protect. And anyway, it's not even about them. It's about the money and the fraternities behind them. They could give a fuck about a Jack Decor. They don't care about him. They care about their money, but they know that they have to protect this idiot and his friends, because then everything is gonna become a chaos. The University of Idaho will stop to be. It's a wrap. This is well-known fact. If it gets found, the University of Idaho hide it, that the vandals kill vandals, and they actually took control. Because again, listen, Scott Green can't even run away from the responsibilities of controlling the chaos and managing the whole situation. Because he said it himself, we was managing not just COVID, but we was managing a capital murder crime scene. He said it, that he managed it. He put on the book his name on plaster that he did manage both. So then now we need to know when and how, because the when and hows are very important. Because then now if we have a Scott Green on site, probably with his buddies, you know, she frying everybody that he needs on site to listen, what the fuck we gonna do? You know what I mean? We're talking about 7 to 8 hours before they even said for a they wanted to hide everything so much that they even called for a pass out roommate. This is how much they making this shit obvious. Where's the 911 call? For what I heard is no 911 call, because everything got put in place right away. Everything was a waiting game, all meetings and shit between the authorities. While the University of Idaho private cops and Moscow PD is literally surrounding this place. Okay, because remember, before Moscow PD came to site, the University of Idaho have their own private police. Don't forget that. They have full control of this site way before Moscow PD got there. That's a fact. So now we have authorities, and we having the president of the University of Idaho putting the ball to roll and talking with all the people that he got to talk to, probably Bill Thompson and everything, because you're not going to tell me, listen, we're talking about the biggest billionaire in the area, and he got 4 young adults dead on his old house. You're not going to tell me that man was not on site. right after it happened. Because again, now when it happens, they have to do the damage control. This is the 7 to 8 hours of preparation before they even put the plot to make it public. This is why they don't dare to sue me or no one that it comes with this information. Because they know if they even try, oh, I'll go down in fame, in infamy. That I'm the one that took the University of Idaho down. Yeah, I'll be the one. I'll be the one. That's why you don't see me with no cease and desist. You don't. The only time it was that one time that I already getting that one settled. It was that one time the Moscow PD called me being nice and shit. Like, hey, we seen the video, Olivia Goncalves, and don't you think that's a little bit too much? And da 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 da. I understand, but I was like, you know what? Enough said, man. It's okay. I understand why. I understand why. I understand why. But Olivia Goncalves I've been looking into her for a long time, and I never liked how involved she got in the case, like she's Mrs. 007 or whatnot, and getting too involved in the case when these FBI, when these state troopers and all these other people investigating your sister death, you still want to be in a out there like bowing for people that you're not even investigating just because you know the person. Like again, she vowed for Jack Decor like that was her baby daddy. Way before even mom and dad bowed for him, she was already bowing for her baby daddy. Like, no, why you think that Kiely left him? Is it because Kiely fucked up, or is it because Jack fucked up? And then she got back to him, and he didn't like to get back. It's the reason why that video came down. It wouldn't be far fetched to know that Jack Decor is the baby daddy of Olivia Goncalves' baby, because I haven't seen no one with her. That was why a secret passion love somewhere.
Didn't she just?
Because again, are you gonna have a baby? Are you gonna have a baby while you still live with your parents? But you're gonna have a baby, but you're not living with the baby daddy.
She just had a domestic charge, right?
No, that was the other sister.
Oh, okay, gotcha. My bad.
Yeah. No, but you could tell she has a temper.
Oh yeah.
And at this day today, we still don't know what Olivia Goncalves was doing when this crime occurred. We don't know if she was the one driving the white Elantra out of sight because her baby daddy killed her sister. Listen, we could tell that Olivia Goncalves and Kiely didn't like each other. You could tell that Olivia did not like Kiely. She didn't like her. You know why? You know why? Because Kiely's best friend is Maddie. You know how much people hated that relationship? Jack Decor hated that relationship. That's why Steve Goncalves said, oh, Bryan Kohberger did that to my daughter and her friend because he was jealous of their relationship. Got you, bitch. His first was telling the whole world that whoever killed his daughter was known to them, known from the house. He always knew from the very beginning that Jack Decor could have done this shit. Why they lie about him saying like, yeah, no, Jack Decor was in my house the same day all this shit happened? Lie. Because even Steve Goncalves' wife said it herself. Nah, Jack came by the house days later. She didn't mention how many days, But all that shit about he being at the house the same day after they found out and shit, that was all a lie.
Yeah, he was lifting his shirt up and showing himself like he didn't have any marks or something.
That was a lie. Because if
Yeah.
he did that, he did it a few days later. She said that was few days later. You don't know if that was few days later. It was a week or two. You don't know. You could just say something to stretch something. But it's a fact that Steve Goncalves lied to the whole true crime community about Jack Decor coming to the house and lift his shirt off and shit and get butt naked in front of him. Ain't no man gonna get me butt naked in front of him. Unless I'm locked up in jail or something. The CEO, you know, on the intake type of shit. But not no inmates, no one gonna get me stripped butt naked. Don't matter what the fuck you think. If I tell you I didn't do it, I didn't do it. If I tell you I didn't do it, I didn't do it. You have to eat that shit. Period. Well, fuck, I'm gonna get all butt naked and shit like I have to prove myself to you. Who the fuck are you? I'm not even the ex-boyfriend of your daughter. Yeah, she dead after we broke up. So fucking what you want me to tell you? I lost the same thing. You lost, I lost. You know, that's the mentality that goes around these times where you didn't do nothing wrong. It's nothing to hide. Everything's come straightforward and shit. But then with their own family members know that there is a chance that Jack the Court did it. But then now they gotta eat whatever the state is saying. Because then now the state is protecting the same person that they believe he did it. Because again, they have spoke nothing but knowing that the person who did this is close to the circle, is in the circle. That's the words that they have spoken from the very beginning until the White Helantra came all about. After the White Helantra came all about, then now they switch. Oh yeah, I hate Bryan Kohberger and this and this and that. But then they mention Bryan Kohberger on the light of Jack Decor. Because when they spoke about Bryan Kohberger, it's like they speaking about Jack Decor in the same sentence, but with the metaphors. Because again, when Steve Goncalves said that Bryan Kohberger killed his daughter and his friend because he was jealous of their relationship, he unconsciously told me that he know Jack did it. Because he's the only person they could be jealous of their relationship. Or Jack or Jake did it. The only two people that he could be jealous of their relationship and the sister. Only a sister, a boyfriend or ex-boyfriend could only be jealous of that relationship. Ain't no one else. How in the heck you gonna say that Bryan Kohberger killed your daughter and her friend because he was jealous of their relationship when he don't have no fucking thing to do with them? You speaking to the whole world like you know that he was that close to your daughter. I'm trying to keep my composure. But I don't like when parents of a victim is shooting narrative left and right, and then all those narrative being proven false in court. It bothers me, especially when I know that he don't know nothing. His only suspect always being Jack Decor. That's his only suspect. But then now Olivia Goncalves ensure that way before he get clear that he gets a confidence vote with her saying in the news media outlets that she's 1000% sure that he didn't have nothing to do with it. That's when the ball got to roll on his favor, because now it's the sister, which is involved in the investigation allegedly, coming forward for her to say that Jack Decor don't have nothing to do with his sister's death. That means that she knew for a fact, way before he was even cleared by authorities, that she knew for a fact that he didn't have nothing to do with his sister's death. Now you tell me, how the fuck you know that if you're not part of the fucking killing? Some people say that for you to know killer, you gotta be a killer to no one. I call bullshit with that too. I call bullshit on that too. Big shout out to Pia. I think they froze or something. But yeah, it's like this. It's like they say. It's like they said that to know a killer, you gotta be a killer. Nah, I call bullshit with that. You don't have to. You just gotta see. You gotta see the signs. You just gotta see what's going on. But big shout out to everyone watching. Hopefully we get PM Bob back. If not, it's all good. I know the live stream has been a little long, but it's been a great conversation and very appreciated for PM Bob to come through and hang out with us. And big shout out to Rock Shock, make it possible. Thank you so much. Very appreciated. But yeah, it's very, very noticeable when someone in the family tree that is so close as the sister of a victim coming out and bowing and co-signing for her sister's ex-boyfriend when authorities hasn't even cleared him yet. She came out saying, "Oh yeah, I'm 100% sure, 1000% that he didn't have nothing to do with that." Right after they seen that, they clear him with no investigation, with nothing. This is why I advise content creators, like, listen, instead of you focusing on what happened after Kohberger got arrested, do yourself and the victims a favor. Make sure that you study everything that it was going on before Dylan Mortensen changed her alibi. And this is why I put WSU Kim in the title, and I wanted her to come up and pop up and talk with us because she made some allegations. She makes some allegations that we know are false. And I just wanted to ask her why she said that. I just wanted to ask her why she got so excited to even say something like that. Because again, like, you could try say something like that to content creators that don't know no better, that really don't know nothing about this case. And I believe that the reason why we haven't talked yet is because she know that I'm gonna ask the hard questions and that I really don't care about whose feelings I'm hurting. I really don't. I take it under consideration, but you see, I'm a different type of breed of content creator. I investigate. So if I see that, when you go to other content creators, right, it's very easy for you to say things and you don't get cross reference, or you don't get cross examined, you don't get challenged in your takes, and you do get uncomfortable quickly. Which I think that you should know that over here in the platform is the best platform for you to speak, because over here the things that you might worry about in other content creators, you don't have to worry about with me, because over here we want to hear it all. We want to hear everything. And when we speak in the truth, it shouldn't be no consequences when we speak in the truth, right? So when she gave Rock Chalk and Strange Suspicions this narrative about Jack Decor not getting a lawyer, and Jack Decor making himself willing and able to pass all these tests and all this stuff and DNA and whatnot. Um, I just would like to ask her, how in hell she even thought to say something like that? Like, I understand that in the same position she exposed the students and exposed that everyone knew what was going on in that house way before the authorities did. In the same way, she tried to pedal back and act like the students weren't the killers. I totally understand that she's trying to protect these kids, but you can't protect something that you already put out. This is why I would love to have a conversation with WSU Kim, because when she came out with her information, instead of her helping the people that she thought she was helping, she was really not helping them at all. She ain't even knew about it. Again, I'm not saying that WSU Kim is not a smart lady. I'm not saying that. But she did not even knew that her coming out saying that, it would expose the whole truth. She did that. She confirmed the same things that we all knew already. But it had to come at WSU Kim to confirm the same things that we already knew. That's why we would love to have a conversation with WSU Kim. For sure, for sure. Have a good conversation, because we have respect, right? We have respect for the victims. We got respect for everyone. But when you make some type of comments that, even though you probably know you're lying and you know you could get away with that in some other content creator in some other platform, unfortunately here in Jrod on point, you know, Kim, you cannot play around here. You know that. You already know how I feel. You already know what I'm all about. The only thing that you don't know is what I know. But I would love to talk about whatever you could talk about. And I would love to hear your explanation. I would love to hear how you gonna explain you saying that Jack the Court did not lawyer up. One, I want WSU Kim to tell me where and how she thought that we not would know the answer to that. So I would like to know why she thought it would be cool to say something like that we all know is a lie. So I would like to talk to Kim about that. Again, we're not here to disrespect her. If she feels that me calling her a liar is a disrespect, well, I hope she don't take it as a disrespect. But it's a lie that now you're gonna have to explain if you want to explain it. But you could do like drip drop, just leave it in the air and act like you didn't said that shit. And then I would like for you to explain like how you know that Jack Decor went in the tour with a bulletproof vehicle. Because again, if you didn't do nothing, if you didn't kill no one, you shouldn't be scared of no one, right? So I would like to hear from WSU Kim herself how she know that. Because I'm not doubting about the bulletproof vehicle. I believe that that's the only serious shit that she said. And that could also be a lie. But that could be a more believable lie for her to say that he got an armored vehicle rented or purchased. Don't know how. and he went and drove around United States and toured on an armored vehicle. Well, if you don't own nothing, you should be afraid of nothing, right? There's no need for no armored vehicle if you haven't killed no one, right? So yeah, big shout out to Rock Shop, big shout out to Pia. Thank you for coming. Big shout out to Bob. Appreciate you for coming by. Very appreciated. Again, our over here we talk a lot. We like to bring the conversation to the people. You know, thank you for everyone watching. We was waiting for WSU King to come by and blessing us with her presence. You know, we would love to hear the answers of few questions that we have for her. It'll be a pleasure having a conversation with her whenever she get the chance. But hopefully that happened. In my personal opinion, I don't think that conversation will ever happen. Cause you know they very sensitive, like, and you know, like I don't know. I heard that people that lies a lot, they're very sensitive, and due to that they lie, they don't want to get caught on the lie. So when someone call them liars, they be like, "Oh, I'm so offended. Pew, I don't want to talk to you. You think I'm a liar?" No, I know you lying. It's a difference. I don't think that you lying. I know that you lying. Though USU Kim, and I will lie to hear your rebuttal. That's it. It is all for content or to bring clarity. Because you see, when people make comments like that, they should be held accountable when they lying. So I would love to have that chit chat with you. Hopefully, you with your new story doesn't become like Steve Goncalves creating fake narratives and shit. Howard Blum creating fake narratives and shit. Hopefully, you WSU came, which we have high hopes and hold you to a very high standard. So hopefully we get to have that conversation because it'd be sad. It'd be very, very sad if you spreading all these false narratives just because you feel sorry for the kids and you don't want to know that Jack Decor and friends and probably some of the girls actually committed this crime. You know, I understand you one of those mothers they don't want to face reality. I understand that. You don't want to talk bad about Jack Decor. But it's something that you can do, Kim. Something that you can do. You cannot point at the killers and then act that Kohberger is the killer. You can't play that psychology. Like you cannot act like the kids didn't do it when you pointing at the kids the whole time. Kim, and it's the truth. Since you came here to YouTube True Crime, you be pointing at the kids as the killers. You. But then in the same rebuttal, you don't want to look like the one that's snitching on everything. So then, oh yeah, you know, you say, yeah, all the kids knew way before anybody and this and that. But I don't think that Hunter did nothing. I don't think that Jack did nothing and doesn't that. But you pointing at them from the very beginning. You have said it many times that you pray to God that the kids didn't do it. But you have it in the back of your head and you know they did it. But you keep saying, oh no, they didn't do, they don't have nothing to do with this and this and that, while you pointing at them. You know, you pointed at them. That's why I'm so cool with you, because unconsciously you pointed at Jack the Corp. That's why I said on that live stream that you are Jack the Corp's worst nightmare, because you was the only person from the locals that came to the public, to the light, and say, yeah, my daughter, my kids knew they were dead way before the cops did. You did it. So if WSU kids students know what happened hours before the cops got there, that means that the University of Idaho students knew way before you kids did. Thank you. That's how we know that the University of Idaho staff and Scott Green knew about it, because the kids knew about it. By the time the kids know about it, everyone knows about it. And they cannot hide that. They protecting the vandals. And it's okay. It's okay. I ain't mad at y'all. Y'all could protect all the kids. You could try to save all the killers that you want. We will expose them all. The problem here is, Kim and everyone else, by the time the truth come out, and exactly what I've been telling y'all, it was what it was, what the heck y'all gonna say? Is y'all gonna say, yeah, Jrod knew all along the whole time? Or is y'all, after the truth come out, y'all all gonna disappear in the sunset and we'll never hear from y'all ever again? What's going to be? I would like to know. I would love to have a conversation with WSU Kim. You go, girl. I appreciate you. But hopefully, everybody enjoyed today's live stream. We have the visit of Rock Shop. We have the visit of Pia and Bob. Unfortunate exit. Unfortunate exit. I have many more things to talk about, and I have a little bit more on time. Thank you for everyone to be here. Very, very so much. Appreciate it. I want to send a big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you so much for being here as always. Big shout out to Nighthawk. Big shout out to Jamie's Cowboy. Thank you so much for everyone to be here. Jeff H and all of y'all that it came through. Anonymous, big shout outs. Big shout out to everyone. Raven, big shout out to Raven. But a shout out very, very in special to Amy Conway. Very, very, very so much appreciated. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you for being here. Very appreciated. Well, hopefully we get WSU Kim on the line, and we get to have a conversation with her. Again, I doubt she will come and talk to us. I doubt that. I doubt that. But hopefully, she decided opposite. Hopefully, she decides to have a conversation, knowing that we're gonna ask the tough questions. Again, I'm not here to pacify you. I'm here to talk to you. So hopefully, we could have a conversation, and you could clear the muddy waters. Because when you said that Jack the Court didn't lawyer up, you put your foot in your mouth. I'm not those content creators. I do my homework and I know things. I wouldn't call Moscow PD not one time if I didn't know what I was talking about. Even Moscow PD is getting a reality check that what I was telling them was the truth. And it don't matter what you try to do, what you try to fabricate to bring a Bryan Kohberger to the case. I told them it wouldn't work. take it with a grain of salt. But it is what it is. My name is Jrod Point. This is True Crime America. And you've been here with me for the past 4 hours, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. I appreciate Rock Shock. I appreciate PM Bob. Thank you for being here. Strange Suspicion. Very appreciate it. Hopefully we get WSU Kim here. It'll be good. It'll be great. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Very appreciate it. We will be here. We will be here more often. We're gonna keep having a great scheduling of live streams and stuff like that. I love you too, CC. I love you too, my sister. Thank you so much. Very appreciate it. So as always, if you see any value in the content that we bring here to the table, please make sure that you send a coffee this way. Send your donation to the Cash App, the On Point Family. All donations are very appreciated. And please make sure to click like, subscribe, and share the content. Make sure to subscribe to Jrod Point. And as always, believe in yourself because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that you're going to take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the black sheep, Jrod Point. Big shout out to everyone. Keep sending the love, keep sending the appreciations. And I'll always be here. Always be here. Big shout out. Love ya. I'm gonna leave you with your favorite song. Namasilla. Very, very, very soon.
You home with me.